Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Northern Winds. I hope everybody can hear me alright. It's always fun at the beginning of everything with sound checks. But greetings everybody! Welcome to the kickoff of my, hopefully, great campaign. We got some good things in store for you as this is episode 0. An episode that will pretty much exist out of, or persist out of, creation and conversation. We will discuss the campaign itself, what we expect from it, what is allowed and what isn't, and then we'll go into the creation where we see 4 beautiful bastards make potential heroes. But I think first and foremost, we probably should introduce them, and I think here they are. Welcome! Beautiful faces. Oh wait, I can't hear them because everything is now muted.
You're
Testing.
A fucking asshole.
No, there you go. I can hear you. I can hear you. Thank you.
Oh, you can.
Yes,
hear me.
I can hear you. Zeke is muted because he's chewing. Look. That's how prepared my players are. See? That's how prepared they are. I'm a happy DM.
We're ready.
I'm so ready. Are you ready though? Are you ready? How is everybody doing?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Ready!
I'm ready. You ready now? Alright, I think first and foremost we should probably introduce everybody zealously. So everybody can do it on their own, I presume. We're all adults here. Zeke, introduce yourself. What do you do? Who are you? What do you want to achieve in life?
Do you have to do all that shit?
What is the meaning of life?
just tell me who like your dream bangs are, male and female.
My dream bangs?
Yeah, male and female.
Male and female dream bangs. Okay. Yes. First, my name is Ezekiel III, Zeke for short. My dream girl bang is Charlize Theron. And
good voice.
My dream guy bang would probably be like, since I just watched Blade Trinity the other day, it's gonna have to be Hannibal King, whatever his name is. Come on, what's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. There you go.
See, that's how much you care about the people you bang. You don't even remember the name.
He wants to bang Ryan Reynolds. He just doesn't care what he calls him.
Dude, I want him to bang me actually.
I'll take one.
We're learning a lot here. See, D&D's very personal. We're learning.
I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for a long time, since I was probably 14. You think, DP? 15?
Yeah, it was around there.
14, 15. Yep. So I've been playing it for shit. I'm 35. That's like 20 years now. So I'm ready to go.
A lot of hours, yeah.
All right. It seems you're. Let me actually boost the volume on my end. Apparently everybody seems a bit low. My bad. I'm wonderfully prepared for this. Ah, you're fine, Z. Don't worry. It's on my end.
I am fine.
Alright, and then we have the wonderful DP as well joining us over from the Sourkoolaidshow Show. Who are you, DP? Introduce thyself.
I am the Sourkoolaidshow Show. I do a role-playing stream in the middle of the week, usually on Wednesdays as well. And the rest of the time, it's a comedy stream. I play games poorly, and you laugh. I invite comedians on the show, and you laugh at that, hopefully, too. But I've been playing D&D for a long time. Zeke is one of my earlier players. He's not one of my first players, definitely from the back in the day. But so for a long time, my bangs. Hugh Jackman is definitely my man's bang. Like
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Hugh Jackman.
Like werewolf, like just absolutely ripped.
Or like pre-rip.
Which X-Men? Because he gets even more ripped as the time.
Like, I'm talking about like the latest Wolverine.
Or like Broadway.
Like we also have Captain Blackbeard, you know.
Personality. Like the closeted Jackman.
Yeah, you gotta choose which one. Like fully ripped.
Which Hugh Jackman?
Yeah. We also like optional Blackbeard, right? He plays Blackbeard in the new wonderful Peter Pan movie. So great or so bad you have to see it. He plays the dude in there as well, right? I don't believe he's ripped in that one.
He's always ripped.
Okay.
He didn't lose all his muscles to play Blackbeard.
Well, I mean, like,
I don't know. You seem to know him very intimately.
He's like massive.
He's pretty. I'm just gonna say like I want Hugh Jackman. I don't care. Like
You don't care.
Yeah.
Like off camera, I want him. I don't need him like in from a certain. I don't need him in character.
All right. You want him for who he is.
Bang.
That's adorable. All right. Anyway, moving on. Tangent, Mr. Tangent.
Hey,
He didn't say his lady bang.
Yeah, he didn't say
his
lady
bang.
He is married. He doesn't get any.
Dream Bang is my wife, of course.
Fucking liar.
Doris
What's the real one?
Doris
She's not even watching this. Like, tell us the
I
truth.
hear about it later.
She won't hear about it.
On
Just
Twitter, and these fucking world, they'll go on and they'll be like, "Hey, who wants to bang this up?"
You can say Doris Lessing. It's okay.
anyway,
That would be pretty much a hate bang at that point.
Nah.
Mm.
All right, sorry.
is
Tangent.
it my turn now?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Hey guys, I'm Tangent, professional time waster on Twitch, Tangent Gaming. I've been playing D&D for not all that long. It feels like a long time, but it's been kind of infrequently. So probably about 7 or 8 years compared to a lot of people. Let's see. My bangs. I'm just gonna go for it. Anne Hathaway for female.
fuck yeah.
She grew up real nice. Also, for my man bang, Troy Baker. Don't even know what the guy fucking looks like. That he has a voice of a god.
He's
Oh,
not a bad looking.
I hear
Nice.
his voice and I'm just like, Troy Baker, just take me away.
He's pretty good.
Take me away to Columbia.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Wait, he did play Booker.
Yeah, he plays everything.
Yeah, he plays everyone.
Hey, he's not a bad looking guy.
He's not a bad looking. Like I watched that video because he did Booker in Infinite. I watched the video where him and the girl play like the acoustic version of that song.
Yep.
Fucking, he looked pretty attractive for a man. So
For a man. Wow.
for a man. Like I got, like my go-to is women. Men are secondary for me.
Men are second. I would hope so.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, I have a female bang if you want it.
Okay.
Oh wow.
let's hear it.
She allowed it.
Did you text her for permission?
Shut up. Christina Hendricks.
Who?
Christina Hendricks from Mad Men.
Oh, her.
Yep.
The
Jesus
redheaded girl, yeah.
Oh yeah!
Jesus Christ.
Good call, DP.
Good call, DP.
I know what I'm doing.
I feel like, yeah, no, fine. It's fine. It's cool. It's whatever.
Firefly.
Yeah, from Firefly as well. Yes, she was in Firefly as well.
Yeah, she was.
You know, take old biddies. Indeed.
Tiggle, but you mean
Jiggle
big old
bitties.
titties.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Say it.
now, well, I'm happy to see what you bring to this campaign, Yubi. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So, now that we have introduced everybody and one of our players already
You
left.
haven't even introduced me. What?
I'm here. I'm
Just,
listening.
Like
I'm here.
straight
I'm
skipped over Booby Dooby. That's some cold.
Well,
ass
you
shit
introduced your
there.
female. Okay. Who
I
are
haven't
you?
introduced
Who are,
my
Yubi, who are you? Who are you as a person? Tell me. Open up.
I'm a sex god. Generally, is what people know me as. I mod on a bunch of people's channels. Zeke specifically. I stream occasionally when there's a game I really love and want to share with people. Booby Dooby really is what it comes down to. My bangs though, let's get to the bangs.
Important.
My male bang, as Zeke would know, is Idris Elba from just about every goddamn thing that needs a sexy black man. And and my female bang is Olivia Wilde. It's just
yeah.
nice and easy.
skinny ass bitch.
Okay.
Yes, she's got a nice ass and beautiful face, Zeke. Just beautiful face.
So your personality does not matter, guys.
No, it really, like, I don't know her on a personal level. All I can do is, go off of what I've seen of her. She could be a terrible person and then it'd change, but I'm gonna.
She could be killing kittens right now.
In my dream, she's the perfect woman.
There you go. I don't know what my female and male bang would be, honestly. There's so many beautiful people out there. I don't know. Who are you? I have no clue. I'm so bad with names as well. Who's famous these days?
Everybody.
Everybody is famous.
Throw somebody out there.
Sure. I'll my mail bang would be
Dan's Gaming. Want to cause some controversy? Just pick streamers.
Okay, we'll pick streamers. My mail bang would be.
I think that's a whole different category.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, God damn it. I don't know. Chat. Anybody who? I don't know. Oh wait, that dude from the originals, Klaus. I don't know what his name is. He looks pretty dapper.
The originals.
And then female bang. Oh, what?
I gotta look it up.
Oh my
Who is that woman who plays the companion in Doctor Who?
Joseph Morgan. That's who you want to
Who is that lady? That lady who plays one of the companions in Doctor Who, the blonde one. Not Clara. She's too beautiful and too annoying. She's too perfect. I find her annoying. Fuck. What's the
bot got me?
Oh yeah, that's. Yeah. Who is that? Who is? Oh no! That shit! No, I take it back. I take Billy Piper back. I'll put her to the side as leftovers, and I will go to the Game of Thrones. No, the Game of Thrones. That lady who plays this fucking same role everywhere. What's her name? Fuck! I don't even know her. Oh, she is that. Oh, she is the fucking sister of that gay dude. In the series. Marjorie, there you go. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, Marjorie. From the Tudors as well.
Yeah. And also in Elementary, she plays this beautiful smart woman. Brains.
Oh yes.
Brains, beauty.
She's sassy.
I like her. Natalie, is it Natalie Dormer? Natalie Dormer, yeah.
Dormer.
Pre-shaved head. Pre-shaved head. She is absolutely stunning though.
She is.
There you go. Those are my...
A nice little crooked smile.
There you go. All right. Anyway, coming back to D&D. Hi. How's everybody doing?
Oh. I thought we were just talking about people we want to have sex with.
Yeah. Like, let's be honest. We won't make the charisma checks for that.
No, my dark horse bang.
Oh no.
We're going dark horse bang.
What does that even mean? What does dark horse bang even mean? So explain the concept of dark horse bang.
You might not expect someone to say it.
Oh, so basically your hipster bang?
No. Just someone you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
Someone that might not be universally attractive, but we're role playing. Let's do this. Come on, Ace.
I thought we were
just... Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'm triggered right now. Okay. I am
triggered.
I am absolutely triggered right now. Anyway, as we were saying, character creation and conversation. Now, one of the things that's always important to decide before you start pretty much anything is what one would expect from the campaign, because there's different ways to run a campaign. There's campaigns that focus primarily on tactical combat and very analytical combat and just these one-shots. And other people like to role play as if their life depends on it, right? I'm more personally in that particular camp where I enjoy role playing, even through combat. Even through combat itself, because there's a lot of people out there that take combat very analytical and then go back to role play. I'm trying to find a way to get roleplay infused into everything and really bring characters to life and make people cry when their characters die as a DM. That's what I'm trying to get out of it. I want people to feel heroic when they do heroic things. I want people to be emotional when emotional things happen. I want it to be as real as possible. That's what I'm trying to get out of it as a DM. If my players reach that epitome of fancy word here, then I have succeeded as a DM. But perhaps my players may think otherwise. So I want to discuss that and see what you guys prefer as a setting to play in. Is it more combat orientated? Is it a hybrid of sort, or is it more roleplay? Do you hate combat? Do you want to avoid it? Perhaps there are other ways to win encounters as well. But I think I have said enough, and One of the more, I know that Dan Paul is a DM as well, so what are your thoughts about it? Like, you are primarily a DM, but now you are a player, so perhaps your perspective has switched, or?
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, that's why I was so pumped to be involved in this, because I don't get to play ever. Like I've always had to DM a lot, so I'm really excited to actually play. But one thing that I was going to ask is, so in this episode 1, we're all creating characters together, which I think is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. As a DM, I always created characters separately. I went to everybody's house or had them come to mine, and then we created the characters, and then we brought them all together. The fact that we see everybody creating a character, does that mean that we've known each other for a long time, or that we have a friendship automatically? Because, you know, maybe if I build a rogue, like, I don't want people to know I'm a rogue, and I want to tell people I'm a fighter or something like that, but they're going to see me build a rogue. So, like, does that mean that they know who I am, or that we have an understanding of each other? I think that's a question to...
Okay, yeah, we will get into that just before character creation and such, but the short answer is, it depends on what you want. I'm sure that everybody here can suspend disbelief, and if you don't want to be known by the other people, then we roleplay that you are not known by the other people. The reason why we're doing this live is because I found it to be an interesting concept, because you don't get to see a lot of in-depth character creation in most D&D sessions. It's more, either it's a separate thing, or you get like a quick rundown, and people don't really get to see the nitty-gritty of the character creation. So I kind of figured, let's put everything together, tackle everything at one go. Everybody gets to see characters come to life, literally. And then, you know, depending on your backstory, as you decide, we can just move on and pretend we don't know you, or pretend we do know you, depending on what you want as a character. But the original question was, what do you seek to get out of a campaign? Like, what makes you roleplay, essentially? Maybe that's a better question. What made you get into roleplay and such? And what do you seek? Dan Paul.
Okay. Well, for me, this is role-playing is, like I've told my community, like, it's one of the best times of my life have probably been spent role-playing. It's for me, it is a fantasy. You take what you have to offer and to share with people, and you're bringing it into a fictional realm where anything goes. Because a lot of times I'm trying to take who I am and introduce it in the real world, and it gets laughed at, or I don't introduce it right, or I fuck it up. But if I can bring those qualities to, like, a fictional realm, I can share it with other people, and they can add on it, and they can build from it. And I tend to take that stuff right back out into life and kind of see what I learned and use it. So when I go into a role-playing game, I want to share, like, everything that I have. I want to share me and my perspective on every type of class or everything, what I see, what I want to do. And so, like, I look for these type of campaigns where we're trying to play in character, where we're trying to look for, where we're creating together. That's important to me as an artist, to create something together. So I'm looking for that experience when I role play every time.
Awesome. And I'm assuming Zeke shares this perspective to a certain degree, as you guys played D&D together. Zeke, do you want to add anything that perhaps your perspective has changed?
Well, no, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straight up fantasy, like, living out things that you can't normally do. Like, I could never, I could never cleave a goblin's head off in real life. I could never like shoot flames out of my palms and fingertips, fly on a griffin, or anything like that. It's just the ability to imagine yourself there, and yeah, if your suspension of disbelief is enough, it can be like some of the greatest experiences of your life.
Aye.
Like, you really get attached, really fall in love with characters, especially like as they continue through the world. Like, I played one character for pretty much all of 5-6 years.
Ooh, one character?
Yeah.
Damn.
We'd get peppered in here from time to time, but it was one main guy.
Yep, same for me. For me, it's all about the stories, completely about that. I don't so much take the angle of enjoying it because it's stuff that I can't do in real life, which of course is part of it. But for me, it's that kind of sentimentality, like it was said it right earlier. It's like role playing in D&D is like sacred to me and my group of friends, and we've been in the same campaign for, let's see, I've gotten there late to the party, but they've been playing the same campaign since they were 13. Jesus. And I'm the oldest one in the group by 1 year, and I just turned 30 this past month. So their campaign is like, so the campaign's almost over. We're in like the final chapters. And so it's like you kind of look back and you realize just how much time, emotion, all these personal investments that are put into these characters and these stories. And for me, I've played the same character for those 7 years of D&D, and I think I took that character from a previous game about 3 years earlier before that. So I like looking back and being able to talk for hours about the stories as if they basically were real. It's like you remember that epic moment from a campaign, and your friends just bring it up at least once a year around the bonfire or something, and and it's just magic because it's not just you there thinking about the story, it's everybody. And what Zeke said before, with the suspension of disbelief, it might as well be real. You get attached, and that's why it's great.
Yeah, one of the greatest things that DP ever showed us or ever did for us was at the beginning of every session, we would close our eyes, and he would, we would close our eyes and get in character, and no one felt dumb, and no one felt like out of place, and no one felt like they're being too dorky or whatever, because everybody did it. Everybody sat at the table, closed their eyes. He would read like what had gone on before, like basically the minutes, but like of the last session, and he would read it off, and we'd get into character. He said, "That's what happened before. What lies before you is this. Take a second, get into character," and then he would eyes up, and we'd start.
That was just cleanse the palate.
Yep.
Cleanse the palate. Like the night begins now. Like just like now we go into the moment. It's the reason like you watch the intro to The Sopranos before you delve into like 40 episodes. Like you watch it to sort of cleanse the palate, get back into it. You watch the intro, and then you start watching the episodes again. And the rest of the time you skip the intro because you don't want to. You want to like watch
nitty gritty
or whatever. Yeah, but you watch it the first time every time you start because you want to get in the mood, and that was kind of the idea there.
Yeah, and Bewby, like you are new to D&D in general, right? Like, are you new to role playing and such itself?
Well, yeah, just entirely brand new to this. I'm hoping it lives up to the hype.
That's exciting.
We got a newbie over here.
I write and stuff, like I do that a lot, and I create stories and characters, and so I'm going into this hoping to get a similar experience to that, like that because every time I write, I get this, fucking feeling in my stomach that's just like, yes, right, when I'm writing. So I'm hoping this is a lot like that, but I'm doing it live and with people instead of just by myself alone in a room with my drinks,
Well, we might have drinks, like if you want, you can still have drinks, like
I know. I mean, I'm just saying, like now I can share that with people instead of just. So I'm hoping to create, a memorable character and have fun with these fucking giant assholes.
There you go. Really well, I love you too, brother. All right, so like it sounds, at least what is the I can't even speak anymore. That's how excited I am. Now, like what is good to hear is that everybody kind of seems to be on the same side of things. Like we all seem to be more interested in like the story itself, bringing those characters to life, and really, getting attached and really feeling like we're there, and to a certain extent, of course, which is very exciting, because that's what I love to see as a DM. Like, I love combat just as much as the next guy, but it's always that I find that during those moments, there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for, where you get pulled away or pulled out of disbelief. Breaking from immersion.
Fourth wall broken.
Something like that, and that's always so unfortunate, because once you get really into the mood, the theater of the mind is the best game. Honestly, graphics don't compare. Anyway.
Well, I think
That's a great way to say it, too.
I think the thing that I think is most important for a campaign of that nature, and I think we talked about this, is to reward role playing and to reward character decisions, like being in character and making decisions as a character, rather than only rewarding for combat.
That's one of the things as a DM that I always have done to a certain extent, but I will definitely keep more track of it. Like, there's different ways in Dungeons & Dragons how you can promote roleplay. There's a mechanic called inspiration that a lot of you guys must be familiar with if you have known D&D for a wee bit. However, D&D in itself is very much focused around combat. Everything is combat orientated, and if everything pushes towards combat. So I will, however, make my own stuff. I will homebrew mechanics where I will give experience, where I will give different types of inspirations. I will give boons to those who roleplay. And I would say that I would like to punish stupidity, but usually stupidity in itself gets punished because it's stupid. You know, like you're not gonna stab a dragon in the eye as a level 1 character.
I mean, why wouldn't I? That sounds like a lot of fun.
All right. Well, next week we need a new player.
For a new seat.
That was quick.
That was.
Do that if you roll a character right, you won't do like overly stupid things because you want him to live.
Exactly, and that's one of the reasons. Like, if you get attached to a character, you also start to become more careful because you don't want him or her or it to die. So that's always, I always was like super careful. Like, we always had like a barbarian in one of the groups that I played, and he just rushed in because that's what a barbarian does. And I just casually walked out because I didn't want to get slain by monsters that were severely powerful than me. Because I'm not an idiot, and I like my character.
Dropping your pants and mooning a dragon is a good tactic.
Yeah, you know, like, or, you know, like...
You died, but somebody brought you back to life.
Yeah, like,
right?
Unlike my character who died and wasn't brought back to life. Victor.
Yeah, right.
Good times, good times. Anyway, we will be discussing, I saw some questions in the chat about if donations can affect gameplay. They will not be. I love donations, but they will not be affecting the gameplay. However, when it comes down to chat interaction, and perhaps I will go into this a little bit later into more detail, is that I will sometimes, perhaps, potentially, maybe, allow a random person or the collective as a whole to maybe make a particular enemy that they may very well encounter that day. I may be inspired by the chat. There might be some influences there, but before I spoil too much of that, we'll discuss that later. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the campaign itself and the hard rules that I will be setting for the campaign itself. The campaign itself is actually based on a concept called the West Marches. Now, not confuse that with a particular other campaign. That is absolutely wonderful. You should definitely check that out when you have the chance. It's actually a concept created by Lame Mage in 2007. He posted it, and it's a concept based on that life is chaotic as hell, right? Everybody knows the hell of scheduling. Just getting this together was already very interesting and a challenge and a half, just to get everybody together on the same page. And this particular concept that Lame Mage dubbed the West Marches is based around just having a roster, pulling the people on a particular day, see who can play no matter what day, no matter what time, getting together and go. So the campaign will primarily exist out of essentially not necessarily an overall story arc that affects the group. There will be overarching stories based on characters because those are steady, as well as the story. The land will be overarching. You know, your decisions will have consequences, and I am very excited to find good ways to implement that. You know, for example, if you die and another group comes back later to that day, they might see the player's corpse rotting away with his or her loot. Things like that. That's gonna be very interesting. So I'm definitely gonna focus on keeping that timeline ready, as well as like I said, like it's one-shots, right? So each session will essentially be an adventure. And then at the end of the session, depending on planning, you end up back in the city again for whatever reason. So you can always be safe in the city as well. It's also one of the things that this particular mechanic makes very important. Like the city is always safe. Your characters will not, if you're not playing in this particular roster-based system, your characters will not be hurt if you're not playing. I will not allow it as a DM. That's a hard rule. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to like bunker yourself in like a 3-foot steel door to make sure that your shit doesn't get stolen. Also, this might be a more interesting one. You cannot go back to where you came from. This might be more interesting later. There's a kingdom for which, from where some people will come from. You cannot go back there. That essentially, if you go back there, it's essentially either retirement or death, and your character will be essentially suspended. That's just one of the hard rules based around this system, because for some reason you want to adventure for riches, for fame, for greatness. And thus you go the opposing side as opposed to civilization that's safe and pleasant. And it's little mechanics like that. If you have any questions about that, perhaps you should ask them right now as we are talking about them.
I'm good.
I'm good, yeah,
Do
still
you
following.
have these rules written somewhere for us?
Yeah, I will get them to you during a break right now, because otherwise people might see stuff that they're not supposed to see. But yeah, like it's just a handful of rules. And that's pretty much all there is. Beyond that, it's player control. You can do whatever you want. It's an open world sandbox type game. So I am essentially the passive world, and I will be very reactionary unless I need to be a little bit more pushy, you know, especially at the beginning. But beyond that, that's pretty much what the campaign will entail. And talking more about character creation, as we are about to start with that, I hope you guys have your books and such ready and have a general idea of what you're going to play. We will allow, this is, like first and foremost, I think it's important to say that whatever you want to build, whatever you want to make it. I don't care if we end up with 4 rogues that are all brain dead. I don't care. If you want to make a rogue, you build a rogue. If you want to make a cleric, you build a cleric. If you want to build something that doesn't exist in the books, we can discuss if there's something that it looks like it, we can refluff. There is a lot of, I gave you guys the links of content that was published after the player's handbook with more races, subclasses, actual different classes. Most of them are allowed, so perhaps you can draw inspiration from that. So I will allow, and if all of that doesn't cover what you exactly want to build, I'm a very big fan of homebrewing stuff, because that gives you this unique thing and makes your character truly yours beyond the actual personality and the role-playing that you do. A very good example of this is, for example, a Beastmaster having his pet or her pet do special tricks with actual effects. Not just roleplay tricks, actual, perhaps in-combat tricks that you have learned over time that fit your story. Could be fun. But there's nothing like that really in the Beastmaster right now, so we have to homebrew that. There's weapons you can create that perhaps fit your storyline. We can create our special weapons, special armor, special spells perhaps. If you want to have a particular spell that cannot be refluffed and you have to make your own, we can do that. I love that stuff. Yes.
Could you, I'm just looking at chat, like, a lot of these people might have a player's handbook in front of them, but they have no idea what it is. Could you link some of those extra races?
Some of those extra races.
All those classes, like you gave us, you tweeted that. Like, can you put that in chat so that people can see? Like, say I choose Goliath, nobody's gonna know what that is unless they can link it.
Like of course you can explain what the Goliath is, but yeah, statistically speaking, mechanically speaking, they won't have a point of reference. If I'm sure that one of my mods can pull that up. Otherwise I can pull it up myself. Give me 1 second. I'm sure I have something.
But your bot's gonna kill me.
Yeah, I've got it here. I've got it here. There you go. There's a tweet right there. It holds, for those who are aware of it, it holds unearthed. I'm foreign. Hi. Unearthed Arcana, Waterborne Adventures, and Eberron? So we might be seeing things like Goliath's Warforged, perhaps even a freaking Minotaur, even though I'm on the fence about that. Shapeshifters, new classes, subclasses, you know, as well. There's a lot of amazing stuff in there. But beyond that, we of course will be handling just the 5th edition Player's Handbook, and of course Dungeon Master Guide, which also holds some secrets. If you have those, I'm assuming that only Dan Paul has the Dungeon Master Guide and Tangent, perhaps?
Oh, Tangent, Zeke, probably both have a Dungeon Master's Guide. Do you
Not
guys?
for,
Yeah?
not for. I haven't DM'd for 5th edition yet, so I don't actually have a DMG for.
Okay,
for
in the Dungeon Master Guide, there's also like some sub-races and some sub-classes, which may be very interesting to take a look at if you have the Dungeon Master Guide. So, like, I am very open to create whatever you want. I'm not really worried about the logistics of why there is a Warforged working together with a Minotaur and a Changeling. I don't care too much. You know, we're gonna have to suspend disbelief. This is a multicultural society. I don't, you know. So that's gonna be amazing. Like, I'm really gonna push for people to build their own character, and if you that character doesn't work with the group, then that is just a very interesting story that can develop over time. But I think beyond that, once we have that discovered, I think it's time to maybe start building or talking about our characters that we have in mind. Are you guys ready?
Pumped. Yeah, I'm so excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, guy, yeah, I saw you tweet about it.
Well, DP and I, we are of the same kind of feeling that the rules kind of determine for us. Like, once we get those 6 ability rolls out of the way,
I kind of want to do ability.
I build my thing. I pick the race after that. I pick the class after that.
You make a very good point. Talking about roles. Hi. I was initially going to strong arm you guys in not rolling, but I've changed my mind since then. I will allow players to either beginning players to either do the rolling technique for their stats, because we're talking about stats here, right? The D6, 46, kill the lowest, do the 6 times, you have your thingy. Yeah,
Are you doing 46 and a sign?
Yeah, 6 times 46, kill the lowest. Each,
Okay.
6, something.
And a sign.
Close bracket. Maths, yay! Anyway, like, there's one of the techniques to kill, to create a character. There's another one that's called, the point buy system. I'm a big fan of that. I'm going to let players decide which technique they wanna, or which method they prefer and which method they wanna go for. If you wanna roll, if you wanna take that gamble, go ahead. If you wanna use the point buy system, go ahead. I'm not gonna restrain you on that. Same thing with health. Beyond level 1, you have to roll for your health. I'm going to let you choose if you wanna gamble it and roll it, or just take the average. It's all up to the player at that point, if you're feeling lucky or not. So that's anything else you guys want to have clarified or specified or? Okay, no. Or in that case, I think it's I think we should probably start rolling first, because you guys, like you said, you want your characters to you want to base your characters off on rolls, right? So let me actually go to roll 20. We'll be using roll 20.
I know, like, Zeke and I like that, but I mean, I can't speak for anybody else.
Yeah, like
No,
Tangent and
I have to.
Oh, I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
yeah.
I just rolled a 16 for my first set anyway, so I'm keeping that.
I have no proof of that. Okay, I have no proof.
Official. You can't keep it. That's official.
It's in the player. It's in the look at the screen. It's right
Oh,
there.
what?
Although
I
I did it really poorly though. I rolled the dice individually. It's just
Oh yeah, like no, I'm gonna like overrule that.
Oh no.
All right, are we in the same thing right now? I think we are. Are we in the same thing? Let me test. Testing. Are we in the
Yeah, I
same
see
thing?
it.
All right, good. All right, I'm gonna switch to. Let's see if. Oh, I closed it. Uh-oh. I'm so professional, guys. Hi. I'm relatively new to Roll20. I always just used like just regular old-fashioned dice around the table with way too many snacks all over the place. That's how I used to roll. Yeah, that's how I used to roll. You know, play Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm relatively new to
There was
to the system.
always a convenience store or grocery store before role playing.
Exactly, the snack run. Oh, good stuff. Good memories. Ugh. Alright. I'm actually gonna see if I can window capture this lovely thing. Alright, we go to the play screen. Yeah, as you can see, we have this then. That's the play screen. Let me actually add a quick window capture of this particular thing. Subregion, select region. Alright. Because I just need the roles here. Because I'm primarily going to use Roll20 myself for the roles. There's a lot of wonderful systems you can use in Roll20 that allow you to essentially build character sheets. There's a lot of macro stuff as well, which is very, very wonderful, actually. I am personally, however, just going to be using the roles.
Do you need to, like, personally select D&D 5th edition for us to be able to look at character sheets? I think that might be the problem.
Wait, you won't be able to see the character sheets right now?
No. I can't create one because you might not have selected D&D 5th edition.
I am pretty sure I did.
I'm not sure though, because you go to the character sheet selection, it doesn't say like add new or anything like that. It's just blank.
Yeah, it's just blank.
Yeah, it's absolutely blank.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. We can
figure that out later, obviously.
Yeah. Like, we just need the roles right now. Right now, we just need the roles, and then we are good from that point forward. All right, so as I said, guys, it's going to be it's a player's choice, player's choice. And it's going to be essentially either a matter of 6 times 4d6 kill the lowest for all your stats, and you can then put them where you want, or point by system. I'm presuming most of you guys want to do the rolling. Anybody objecting against the rolling?
I love the rolling, man.
No, you're filthy rollers. You're all filthy rollers. God damn it!
Yeah.
Where's my people? Where are my people at, yo? God.
Hey, we're gonna make damn good characters, all right? Like, let us ease into it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool. You know, it's whatever. It's whatever. Like, one of the things that I personally dislike about the rolling system is the exact thing why, for example, Dan Paul and Zeke love the rolling system. I feel like points should be based on your character concept, and they base their character concept on the points that they're getting. It's like almost in reverse or vice versa. I'm more of like, I come in with a strong kick. Sorry, what?
Well, I was gonna say, you know why I've liked it?
Yeah.
Because, like, yes, this is fantasy, but I feel like I was born with what I have. Like, you're born with what you have. And the rolling is the same way to me. It's like, I can't control that. Like, I get these, and this is what I have to work with. These are the cards that I'm dealt.
Yeah.
So, like, it really feels to me like I have to kind of, like, play to my strengths or whatever. And so it's, for me, it's kind of more real. Like, it's you have to, like, this is what you got, do the best you can with it. Whereas points, it's like you can kind of manipulate and dictate that, and that's a personal thing. It's a personal style, like, because it's a fantasy game. Like, you almost think like, well, I don't want to play that. Like, I want to play like whatever I can possibly, like, play. But for me, that's the issue. No,
I can fully understand that. Like, I see the merit in doing that, absolutely. It's just that I personally, as an individual, I'm a perfectionist. I'm an anal retentive fucking perfectionist, and if I have a character concept, I want to go with that. And you know, and then I base my stats on what I want, as opposed to build my character. Like, and it's both. It's not wrong either way. Absolutely not. Like, it's just two different ways.
It's style. It's style.
Exactly.
Style.
It's a preference, and that. But I'm the DM, right? I am not. Like, my main goal, first and foremost, is make sure that you guys have fun. And if you guys prefer rolling, we'll fucking roll. But that's why I give the option. I'm not saying, oh, this campaign we're just gonna roll, or just, you know, gonna do point by system. I'm giving the option to the player themselves, because I feel like freedom is very important to do the thing. To also get you into the character itself and get that theater of the mind going initially. So yeah, we all have rollers here, and it looks like the chat also likes rolling primarily. Am I really the only
I see
one?
unrest in the chat. There's a discussion about this.
Yeah.
All I have to say is this: hey, we've all been in that situation where, like, you know what? I want to make this character who like works as faculty at the Arcane College, and then you roll like all 9s, and then you're like as the groundskeeper.
I know.
Instead of
I know. And that is so like that's
why I don't like picking the archetype first.
I know
I'm gonna be an orc warrior. Well, maybe a gnome.
That crushes me, like, you know, that happened to me. This is why I have, like, you know, this D&D rolling PTSD when it comes down to that. I had several campaigns, I mean, not one, not two, no, several campaigns, where I had like 3 or 4 negative stat modifiers because I rolled so shit. I have like the Wheaton curse, where I just roll low on freaking everything. And I had this beautiful concept as a beacon of light, as a paladin, that I am standing against evil, and then my best stat was a +2 on strength and a +1 on con, and that was it. You don't feel epic at that point. You don't. It's yeah. I can maybe do some damage against a wet paper towel, and that's about it. Just makes me feel sad. Anyway, people are rolling already.
Oh, we're just fucking around.
Just chest rolls unless we get an 18.
No, I was figuring out how to do 46 drop the lowest. It's 46 D1 / roll 46 D1 means drop one of them.
Yeah, drop
the lowest one.
Is that drop the lowest or drop one of them?
Drop the
It's
lowest.
drop the lowest.
Okay, I thought it was like kill L or something, KL, like kill the lowest or something like that.
D1
But
first too.
if it
Well,
works,
wait, you're saying like go to on advanced roll? Is that
No,
what-
if you just type in /roll space 4061.
where the fuck are you doing that?
Oh,
In
in
roll
The
20.
chat box.
Yeah, in the chat, just in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yep, yep. All right, so who's going first?
there you go.
I'm keeping
Yeah,
my
it works.
I'm keeping my
Multiple
16, you
rolls.
bastards. I got my
You
16.
cannot- you are not keeping your.
What are you, sir?
I got a 17. Can I keep it?
Look at him
Okay.
cry.
All right, you know what? You know what? I as a DM will be in charge of letting somebody go first. Zeke, you go first.
Oh wow.
Ah, there goes.
I'll go first.
Wait, if
Do
I go
it!
first,
Who's
can I-
on first, motherfucker? Who's on first?
All right.
All right, chat.
Here we
Make
go.
sure that you pay attention. This is important. These are the rolls.
Look at this. Look at it. He's stretching. He's got to limber up for these
I only need
rolls.
one to be good. I only need one to be good. You know what? I need to take
Two.
some.
Two. You need two to be good.
A little bit of whiskey. For my character,
Yes.
these are the most important rolls you'll ever roll.
Exactly. Prepare for the rolls because they, you know, really stretch because it has no effect whatsoever. Do it.
But they're really not like
Are your bodies ready, chat? Are you
Oh,
ready
yeah.
for this?
get a
So
character in mind. Because like the last time I rolled a character, I rolled a 4 and a 5 with this method for 2 stats.
That's why I like
Hey,
rolling the
hey,
dice
hey,
one by
hey,
one.
Zeke,
I'm superstitious.
Come to the dark side. Point buy system. Point
Okay,
buy.
bad RNG if you do them all at the same
Loser.
time.
Here we go.
Come on, point buy. Do it. Nerd.
I'm wishing for the best for you for a fucking change.
All right.
All 18s, here we go. Superstar Zeke character.
First stat out of the gate is a not bad.
16.
Not bad. That's a good one. 16.
That's a good one.
First
Holy
stat. I'll take it.
shit. That's
Okay,
pretty.
the rest is butter. Like I got one good one. I can use an ability of a race to get that up to 18 or whatever. The rest is just butter now.
Do it. I dare you.
16.
Do it.
Good. Here we go.
15. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Big man on campus right here.
Rolls. Where's DP at?
Risk
Wait,
it
never
for a
mind.
biscuit.
No, you don't want him here now.
The
Never mind. I
rolls
don't
are good
want
because
keep
he's not
going.
here. The rolls are good because he's not here. Go, go, go.
All right.
Just keep going and don't look back.
Don't look back.
13.
13.
I'll take it. I'll take
That's
Oh my
pretty
God.
good.
Going down though. I'm going down though.
Above average.
All right.
Above average.
Here we go. That's 3 out of the way.
All right.
And fourth ability score
4.
12.
12.
Look at
Holy
this. Down
shit,
the line,
dude.
Down the line.
This is a plus character, man.
This
All right,
is
down the line. Down the line. Let's get an 18 or a 5. I want something high, really high or really low right now.
Yeah,
Here
that
we go.
character.
There you go.
8. Okay. There
All
you
right,
go.
all right.
I want at least one bad score. Okay.
Do you have a place where you typically put your one bad score if you got one?
Intellect.
See, that's why I look at all of them, and like, if it's a well-rounded character that's like, and it has one bad score, I think of like, okay, I want to.
He's got a club
I tend to
foot.
favor lower wisdom for questionable decision making of a real like, I don't know.
Yeah, see, it depends, man. I like to play to the strengths. I like to play to the strengths.
Don't be that guy that stabs the dragon.
We have 16, 15, 13, 12, 8. They've all descending. Or like all
Yeah, that's beautiful.
This one might be bad too. Let's go. Here we go. Big money.
10. Okay, that's
Big money.
That's exactly what you didn't want. That's a beautiful thing. It's
like
exactly what you
I like that character.
You have a very potent character here. I'm curious to see what you come up with. All right, next on the line, I suppose.
Let's rolling. I will be looking.
All right, Denpal, are you ready to roll? Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
All right, slash.
You got this. Show us that RNG.
Yeah, come on. Now it's the direct opposite of Zeke, right? Like the direct opposite starts with a fucking 4.
Maybe it never gets good. I mean,
maybe.
What am I typing here? Like you type like 46.
Slash. You type in slash roll space 4d6 D1.
Yep.
What Bewby just put in the chat. That's what you put down in your.
Don't press that enter until you're absolutely sure you're ready. So you got the luck on your side. You've prayed to the gods.
Okay.
Dacorilla.
Across 10s, right? Just 10. All
right.
Ha ha cool. Ha 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 cool.
I would love for this to go well. Let's see.
I just want you to get solo. I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Boy.
Oh, come on, bring it. I dare you.
Here we go. Good luck.
Hey,
woo! Get that shit.
Come on. Yeah.
The max. Holy shit.
I'm like over here in my corner, like, oh, the good.
Well, now I don't have to. Now I'm not worried. Everything,
all the RNG is going.
Everything I get from this point out, I don't give a shit.
Seriously.
If it all goes to shit, I still have a beautiful fucking character because I put 18 in something and the rest can be shit.
Yeah,
18 I con.
16 first roll and I was like, I'm fine.
Holy shit.
You can 18, you don't need anything else.
All right, that's 18. First one, 18. Here's the second one.
All right.
10.
All right.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's cool. It's whatever, you know.
Isn't it a? Is it a -1 or negative?
10 is a 0.
That
is
is 0.
0.
10 is basically your standard.
1?
9 is -1. Yes.
Yeah, but the evens are
right on the. Yeah. Okay.
9
All
and
right.
8 are -1. Yes.
Hang on, I'm not even writing this down. Hang on, I gotta write this down.
All right.
Yeah, dude,
all right.
what
All
are
right.
you doing?
All right. We got you. We got you.
I can't. I was like, I'm gonna make my character, but
This
I can't.
is fucking stressful.
What's the best
Zeke.
part?
Zeke.
This is the best. This is the best
This
part.
Zeke.
fucking-
Zeke.
Okay,
Calm
I
your
got it.
tits.
Write
Calm
it
your
down.
tits.
I gotta write.
My heart hurts, and I'm not. It's not even my turn.
14.
Good one. Solid.
Decent enough.
Like it.
Yeah. It's mid.
See, you can still come to the dark
Mid
side.
14
Bewby.
is fucking
Point
good.
by.
What are you talking about, man?
+2 is amazing.
Tangent's got some.
Wait, who was it that said 14 was an okay stat? Was that
14
you,
is
Boob?
fucking amazing.
No, I didn't say shit.
Oh,
I don't
that
know
was you.
anything.
14's fine.
Like 18.
14 is great.
Nine.
Oh shit!
There's a round out.
All right,
There's a
there you
round
go.
out.
There you go.
There's a yeah.
-1.
Now-
It's not bad. Not bad. We still have, you know, modifiers from the class or race.
Needs to get better than that. Let's get a couple higher ones.
1 1 2 1. 1 1 2 1. Here it comes.
12, 13, something like that.
13. There you go.
All right. That's okay. One more.
I like how the
What I
people that
wanted.
don't mind low rolls get the fucking large rolls. I hate both of you.
I love having two low scores.
Yeah, no.
We're not seeing too many really low scores. This is gonna be an RNG train wreck by the time it gets down to Boob and I.
I've already prepared for getting the wrecked.
This will be. I say 10 through
bumfucked.
12. 10 through 12 is good. Like I just want a mock.
Like, you have to understand, like, 10 is like the average person, right?
Filthy low or filthy high, but like I think I really would just like a moderate score here.
Right. Like, 10 is like the.
Oh,
15. You are disgusting, Dan Paul. You are absolutely disgusting.
You're RNG.
I'll take it.
Disgusting.
Dude, you just fucked me. That's I'm gonna like it's all the RNG is gone now.
It's all
I'm
gone.
so, like, just
The program's gonna be like,
now.
you haven't
Hey,
rolled too many threes.
I feel like this is
I'm just
a.
so fucking stressed.
I feel like this
There
is a
we
good
go.
point. You know, a good point to point out that we still have point buy system.
Fuck it. I'm like they started rolling. We're rolling.
Okay, rolling.
You rolled 5
All right.
higher than I did.
So we have 18, 10, 14, 9, 13, and 15. That is a sick character. All right.
Sick
It's
character.
where I
All
wanted
right.
to be. I'm happy with
Holy
that.
shit, that is above average. That is way above average, I would say. Because, you know, 10 is
No.
plus 0. 10 is the average Joe, I'd say. So there you go. God damn. All right, Tangent.
Go.
How you doing? Doing well?
I'm doing good.
Doing
I'm
well.
watching.
I'm
all
feeling
these-
good.
I'm
Feeling
watching
good.
all these high rolls, and I'm getting a little nervous.
And I'm the last one.
Dude,
Fuck you. Just roll.
Oh my god! All right, I need chat. I need your help now. Lend me your spirit. This is
Lend me
gonna
your
be.
spirit.
Let me in.
There is
Spirit.
no-
Lend me your spirits.
There is not
The
enough
spirit.
power here.
All right, here we go.
Big one.
Okay.
Money.
27.
Money.
All right, here
Just,
we go.
I fall into the same philosophy. Just one good stat. Just one.
Yeah, just one. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I have no philosophy.
All right, and what the fuck? It's asking me to drag and roll.
What?
I got the I'm sorry, I virtual died it. I guess.
There you go.
10.
I
It's
got virtual die turned on. Okay, average.
All right, there you
Okay.
go.
Yes.
10.
Okay,
You're
but-
middle of the road so far, baby.
Go, go, go. Let's
There
come
we go.
on.
Average
Up it
Joe. Average Joe. Come on.
Up it up.
Hercules.
His name is Joseph
Hercules.
It's fine. It's cool. All right. Come on, Tangent.
Please roll
Oh
faster.
yeah, that 12. That average.
12.
Get it up.
Plus one character,
Oi,
boys.
no.
Hercules.
12.
Hercules.
Oi, oi. 12 is above
Oh shit, did I
average.
do it wrong? I just did it wrong.
Yeah,
I did
you
it.
did it wrong. It's actually a
I
10.
did it wrong.
It's actually a 10.
10,
Okay,
12,
good.
10.
That's a 10. 10,
Yeah,
12,
that's a 10.
10.
10, 12, 10. All right. 10, 12, 10. That's actually a 10. Yeah, because you forgot the D1 that dropped the lowest.
I forgot the D1.
Oh, big money.
I'm not even gonna be able to look at mine. I'm already fucking stressed out.
In before
Dude, you're gonna
18,
be fine.
18,
I'm
18.
taking the speed bump for you.
No, I'm
It's
stressed
okay. I
out,
already
dude.
know exactly who I'm playing because of this.
Big money, Ted. Big money, baby.
God damn it! You can
Please.
free.
Please.
Oh no!
Please,
Oh no!
Oh.
Time to be.
For this man,
I see
I
someone.
believe in you.
I see someone in chat's like, time to be a bard. Can you tell great stories with these stats?
You know what? You see that thing in the distance? That's the point buy system. It's gone.
Oh,
about it?
God.
No, dude. I made the bet. I'm sleeping in it, man. I said I'm a roller. I'm gonna fucking play these.
Oh, dude, that's color. That's character color.
It's character,
Yeah.
man.
Hey,
But
how
you're
about
gonna need
the
a big one.
right? 10, 12, 10, 6.
Oh yeah!
10.
Oh yeah!
Come on, man.
Average Joe.
10, 12, 10, 6, 10.
10.
I
Oh.
would trade any of mine for a 6, honest to God.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Here we go. One last one. Just fuck it. Whatever.
Big money.
Just fuck it,
Whatever.
whatever.
I'm
Go.
Fuck it.
scared.
Whatever.
Fuck it,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
12.
12 plus 3.
You're a
character.
beautiful human being
You
right
are
in the middle
beautiful.
of the road.
You are beautiful.
I think that this campaign will call for a certain
Oh, God.
elderly, washed-up battle mage to
Oh my God.
pick up his staff one more time for one last.
What is going on right now?
Wolf,
Stop it.
Wolf, you said you're kind of okay with home brewing.
Remember
Could
a
I
time?
Could I give Tangent a 14 and take his 6?
No.
Back in my day, we
No.
used to hit
I'm
Thacker
okay with
all the time.
homebrewing. Not okay with like fucking everybody else. No, he made a decision, and these are the consequences.
I love that 6.
Honestly,
I love that 6.
I'm with you, DP. I wanted one.
I'll take that fucking 6 and give him a 14. I'll give him a fucking 15.
Nope, it's mine.
Nope.
Fuck.
These are the
right.
consequences one has to live with.
All right.
No, I'm looking for negatives that I could put like to make my low score lower.
No, there are no in 5th edition. There are no negatives. The best you can get is nothing.
Yeah.
I got a whole lot of that to go around.
Yep, like it's. I would suggest if you, no, I'm not even gonna suggest anything. It's your character. It's fine. Bewby, how are you doing, man? You feeling good? You feeling
No, I'm not.
You feeling?
I'm not gonna look at the numbers. So
You have to. It's your fucking character.
Bewby, you're gonna be just fine. The
the
RNG
jack of all
is front
trades,
loaded
brother.
on me. You're good. You're
Yeah,
gonna be a
Tangent took the
stallion.
hit.
It's gonna be great.
Tangent took
I
the
need to
hit.
roll. I need to roll 6 of these.
All right. Yes. Slash rolls. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Okay. Hello. 18. 18. Shit. 18, 15,
What are my
8,
numbers,
16,
please?
13,
Character.
15. Holy shit.
There we go.
What are my
Holy-
numbers? I can't look.
Bewby, your
Holy
character is
crap.
beautiful.
You
Your
have a
character's
beautiful,
beautiful.
monstrous character.
You are.
Oh,
You
okay.
are. If you were a woman and had a personality, I would date you. You have an 18.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, 18, 15, 8, 16,
Dude, that's
13.
huge. You got a
15.
great character.
You have a strong character. There's like 3 epic heroes and then Tangent like limping along.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
That was really hard.
That's
To
a
do.
+4, a plus.
That was the
2.
only. I approached it with the Band-Aid perspective, the
Yeah,
philosophy of the Band-Aid.
rip it
Just
off.
Rip that shit off and hope for the fucking best.
This is like a
It worked
positive
out.
waxing,
1,
essentially.
-1, +2,
Huh.
3, 1, -1,
Okay.
2,
3.
1, and 1, or and 2.
Yeah, it's
The odds-
+4, +2, -1, +3, +1, +2. You have a very strong character, Bewby.
Brother.
He's got a great character.
Yep. All right,
Which
so now
is
we-
good because he's never role played before, so he's
Aye.
gonna get
Aye.
shit up.
I'm actually
Like,
excited with that because it's the
gonna
first time, you know.
That.
You're gonna die. Shut up.
I didn't say you're gonna die.
Just-
Oh,
you
I
know-
thought someone said I was gonna die.
Benefit from
Just one
high
thing. I
I
think
take
this is
that back.
like it's a very important thing to note that in D&D 5th edition, first level, no matter how strong you are, you will most likely die. One weapon hit could kill you. A lot of people seem to underestimate this fact. Like a lot of
Very
monsters at level 1 can just one-shot you, and everybody just likes to rush into combat, no matter your hit points.
together. You gotta work together.
Yeah, you gotta work together, so, you know. But we have the rules now, and they are sickening. Minus Tangent.
I could be like the old scholar, except I'm actually not that smart. I didn't actually like graduate. I kind of just
You're the groundskeeper?
No, you.
I'm
no,
the
you
fucking groundskeeper.
No, you could be the old scholar, but like you're.
But I'm
It's a
old.
false. It's false. Like you didn't actually
Yeah.
go to school. You just said.
I'm thinking 6 con for my
Yeah,
old man.
No, in that case, you could basically be, for example, a sickly child, for example, or a sickly man who has freaking, I don't know, leprosy.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Tom Riddle was like a decrepit fetus for a while, okay, and he rose to power.
Well, I feel like that. Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that one. All right, so now we have our roles, which is what we wanted to decide first. There are some sick rolls. We have some 18s. We have a 6s. We have a few 6s in there. And now the more important thing is kind of see what you guys want to come up with. Does anybody already here, perhaps, perchance, by possibility, already have a race in mind? A class, perhaps?
Well, I had one, but now like I'm looking at the genies and they're fucking cool.
The genies. Those are the genasi.
Yeah, the genasi.
Aye. The genasi are elemental.
Yeah.
Elemental plane touched, essentially. You have earth, water. It's like Captain Planet without love. Separated. They're pretty unique. I will say that. They're pretty fun. So you're looking at those right now. And those
I'm looking at genasi and tiefling right now for personally.
Did
tiefling.
anyone else look at?
Tiefling, whatever. Fuck it.
Did anyone else look at what's the bird race? Because it's having trouble loading.
Oh, the bird race? I may want to say no to that. I think I mentioned that.
No, you said no to Minotaur, or you were like, I'm questioning Minotaur.
Rocker, yeah. That's a particular bird race. The reason why I think I want to say no to that is because they have innate flying from the get-go. which I think may break the game a little bit too much. Same thing as the changelings. I did mention that I was on the fence about that. If you make a strong...
No, that's absolutely fine. I wasn't going to do it. I was just saying, like, I was just a little anecdote. I was going to say, immediately when I saw that, I wanted to play it. Does anyone else watch Rick and Morty?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to play him as Bird Person.
Oh, come on.
I am Bird Person.
All right.
I hope the day finds you well.
There you go.
You just deadpan the whole time. I will fly over there and drop rocks on their heads. I am Bird Person.
All right.
And
like you
nobody laughs. It's just a hush over the crowd.
I'm sorry, I'm reading things, Zeke.
Zeke,
I'm just used to you talking and me ignoring you anyway.
I'm sorry, Zeke. You're over there discussing your awesome character. I'm trying to figure out what kind of like mundane character I'm gonna be. Can I be one of your squires or something? Can I be like that? That could work.
Like a squire. Like, here, hold my stuff.
No. What if you don't have to do much?
Good job, Lord Zeke. That was a great rock you just dropped on them.
What if you were born noble? And
Can I bring you your cuttle bone to like sharpen your beak on? If you're going.
Well, what if you were born noble and someone else does all the heavy lifting for you?
Could be that. Could be that too. Don't touch me. I'm very important.
Money is money is a very powerful power. Look at Batman.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to like roll our wealth, and I'm not gonna do that.
No, we're not rolling wealth. Wealth is
gonna roll like a mansion and a manor. And
no, there's no rolling of wealth though. There's
like
no
a
rolling
17-horse carriage.
No, maybe.
No.
Who knows? No, wealth is based in 5th edition. Wealth is based on your background and/or class. I think it's background. You could roll for it, but I think that's a little bit too much of the RNG. So I'm just gonna base it off on your background. I think it's the most fairest. Because it seems a bit silly if, like, a poor bastard has more gold than an average nobleman, for example. Could be. But, yeah. No, I think it's based in... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's based off your background. Just from the top of me head. And, alright, so we have a potential Genasi or Tiefling coming in. We have... a groundskeeper extravagant coming in. And then Paul and Zeke are busy already. Like, do you want to let us in on your
I want to play a race that I've never played before.
Are you looking at the player's handbook?
I played them all pretty much, but like I've never played like a serious, like a character that is, excuse me, for a long period of time, race-wise. All
right, like, are you looking for something like the player's handbook? You're looking for.
I've never played a gnome. I've never played Dragonborn.
That's what I'm looking at too. You shit.
Dragonborns are awesome. Thematically, they're just like
Dragonborn.
They're dragons that walk on 2 feet and talk common. How awesome! I love Dragonborn, thematically speaking.
In the background, Cat Diddler.
They get breath weapons later in life.
Breath weapon. The breath weapon is not like great, but it's cool.
It's like, you know, but the thing about the breath weapon is it's gonna be very thematically. If you're, for example, angry, you can point out that there's fire coming out of your nose and snout. There's a lot of thematic things that I will allow. For example, if you're a caster, you can show that off by having magical things happen to your body if you get angry, for example, or if you feel a certain emotion. A lot of people don't utilize that because they don't think it's possible, but you can do these things, and you won't have to burn a spell slot or burn a usage of thing if you're just using something for fluff, right? It's not like you're trying to burn an entire building down while you sneeze. That's not really what happens. So, like, we're looking at potential Dragonborns here already? Alright.
Yeah.
You got both, or potential gnome? Does anybody already have, like, a class in mind, perhaps?
Race first, class second.
I don't know, perhaps somebody's... Yeah, I like to go on class and then race.
I should have said for me. For me, it's always race first, class second.
I feel very backwards compared to you guys. I feel
well, dude.
like,
Race, you find yourself a certain race. You choose your class, right? Like you find your niche.
Fair enough.
You're like,
I'm always kind of boring when it comes to races. I usually side with the realm of.
Oh, Rex. I'm definitely.
I'm looking at my handbook.
all right.
Maybe I'll be a boring bard.
Bards are not
I'll just
boring.
tell not very memorable stories.
Just point out, if you are a bard, like you are musical, and I will expect you to do some kind of singing, some kind of rhyming, some kind of magical.
yeah, I know what I fucking signed up for.
You could be a storyteller.
Or
I'd be a storyteller,
Alright.
but it wouldn't
You
be.
can't rap, is what he's saying.
That's
You're not allowed to just break out into rap.
no, that's
right?
not what I said.
Fine.
That's
That
not
is
what I
that-
said.
That grew on me.
Like a tumor?
Like a tumor I liked and that was cute. It was a cutie tumor.
Oh god, it's such a beautiful thing. Props to Shannon though. Like she comes up with a lot of unique rhymes though. I wonder if she pre-make.
Ballsy.
Yeah, like I wonder if she like comes up with like preemptively or comes up with it on the spot. Either way, fucking impressive. Like I wouldn't be able to do that. Like I would feel too self-aware, too self-conscious to do that almost.
I need a roll.
I would just like sink through the freaking floor. Yeah, Bardic Bartisan, my favorite bard so far that I have seen. Well, actually not, no, maybe. I don't know. I watch a lot of D&D things. I've seen things. I've seen a lot of things, you know? Yeah, Bardic
Say
Bartisan,
odd or
yeah.
even for me, please.
What's that?
Just say odd or even. Pick one.
Odd.
Okay.
Uh-oh, which race?
Okay.
What are you going with? What are you doing?
Oh, Genasi.
Okay, which one?
On that way.
Air.
Air, ooh.
Air.
They're, yeah, oh, I haven't read up on those. I'm gonna have to read. Hold on, which one were they? Wait, they were in Unearthed Arcana, I believe? No, wait, which one were they in? Elemental Evil, I believe, right?
I can just link it to you. I don't know which.
No,
one.
I've got them all here. I just have to make sure that which link it is, essentially. I think it's Elemental Evil. I'm not entirely sure.
I think so too. Yeah. Elemental Evil.
Yeah, it's also that, and that is also, they also have the
Alright.
bird people.
Well, I got my class and my race now.
Just make sure that you write them all the things that they get. That make sure that you make a good point of that, because it's gonna otherwise be very tedious to
I'm trying.
search them up continuously in something different than the player's handbook. All right, there you go. So we have a Genasi, an air Genasi. I wonder if it's pronounced that way. I don't know. Genasi are very dexterous. They have essentially an infinite supply of air, so they don't need to breathe. As long as you're not incapacitated, essentially.
As long as I'm not unconscious.
Yeah, like as long as you're not unconscious, you can just hold your breath indefinitely. That's a useful thing. You see these mechanics in constructs primarily. So and this is actually a living being. For those who don't know what
the wind.
in before Avatar, right? Anyway, for those who don't know what Genasi are, they are rare beings, and they're pretty much plane touched, essentially, by one of the elemental planes. And this particular one is touched by air. Let's see what they get. They get a constitution increase, so you're gonna be very beefy. Let's see, same rate as human maturity. Let's see, regular size, speed 30 feet. All right, they get primordial. Ooh, that is interesting. Interesting, and you have the Air Genasi, which has a specialty that is called Mingle of the Wind, or with the wind. You can cast a levitate spell once with this trait, requiring no material components, and you regain the ability to cast this way when you finish a long rest. Constitution is your spellcasting ability for this spell. So you're casting with Con, and it's a levitation spell. That is interesting and definitely fun to use. Once a day, essentially, once on a long rest. That's going to be very interesting. Make sure, once again, to note all these things down, Bewby.
Yeah.
As best as you can, because otherwise we might have to, you know, look into these things. Tangent, do you already have a race in mind?
I think I'm gonna need to go human.
Yeah, like, also, if you are
I think
human...
I need to I think I gotta cheese some stats and feats and whatnot to
yes,
climb my way into some relevancy.
Yeah, like I will allow you to use the human variant if you.
I'm like the party's kid brother who they brought in the raid. It's like the guy who shows up like, you know, 5 levels under for the raid. Shouldn't really be here, but it's probably okay. We can carry, but if we
Just
don't,
carry him.
You're basically Zeke at the raid.
the average party level is going to screw us because of you. Things like that.
Also, one thing, guys, when it comes down to alignment, I don't really care what you are as long as you're not super evil. Like, I don't really think alignment is really that important in D&D 5th edition because nothing really is alignment based, and nothing is locked on alignment. Everything is suggested. There's a lot of freedom in there, so you can have like a lawful good warlock and an evil paladin that doesn't even summon undead, right? There's a lot of flexibility there, so you don't have to note it down. It's all going to be based on the character that you end up playing anyway. Unless you have a really strong alignment that you think that has to be noted down, but I don't think it's a necessity, so don't worry about that too much. And for the human, once again, Tangent, you said you weren't planning to go human because you need all the help you can get.
I think I'm gonna need to go variant and take all the. Wait, is variant the one with where you take the feats as well, or where you just do the stat dump?
No, the normal human is pretty much +1 to everything, and the human variant you get you can do +1 to 2 different stats. You get, I believe, a skill proficiency of choice, and you get a feat of choice, which is an extremely powerful thing. Some of the feats, depending on your class, depending on what you do.
They can't put 2 into 1 instead of do 1 on 1?
No. They specifically specify +1 to 2 different stats.
This is what we talked about earlier. I was talking about getting hung up on 13. This is gonna happen to me right now.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind personally, but I do have to find a way to like draw the line on the rules somewhere, but I feel like I almost feel bad because of the 6 and shit. So I'm trying to not.
Don't worry about it.
I know. Like
I said, I'm
as
a roller.
DM, yeah, as a DM, I don't care. As a player, I've been there.
I'm riding to Valhalla shiny and chrome. I don't even care what you say.
Witness me.
Witness him. Mediocre.
Mediocrely, averagely, below averagely. Let me actually read up on the human variant. Just to be sure, like I'm pretty sure I'm right, because I tend to be, but in case I'm not. Human variant, 2 different ability scores of your choice increased by 1. You gain a proficiency in 1 skill of your choice, and you gain 1 feat of your choice, which is pretty neat. It's a pretty powerful thing. A feat is essentially, depending on how you play it, even more valuable than +2 stats, if you want to quantify it mechanically. So it's either all your abilities +1, or 2 +1 with a feat and a skill. It's up to you. I'll let you decide. Let me know what you come up with. And remember that some of the stats you get, there are feats out there that give you proficiency sometimes, or even just a +1 to a particular stat. So if you get stuck on one, perhaps you can find out a feat that fits your character that gives you a +1 to the stat you get stuck on.
Yeah.
I just realized.
monk.
Sorry, what? You were saying, Tangent? Sorry.
Oh, I was just thinking about between those 2 options. I was like, man, if I take +1 to everything or put him where I want, it still doesn't even get +1 in anything.
Oh, that is nasty.
Odd rolls or even rolls?
That is nasty. That is pretty nasty. But like, you have the option, like I said, and read through the feats, because that's a pretty big deal. There are some interesting feats that could definitely shape a character.
Oh, I'm definitely looking through them right now.
All right, good.
I'm trying to find something.
All right, Zeke, have you already made some progress on your character? Like, what are you building? What are you looking at?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Made some progress. DP, you wanna? We're Skyping, me and DP.
Oh, I figured as much. I had a feeling. I had a.
Yeah.
We've never been able to do this before. We've never been on the same side. We've been on the same side of the table one time.
Let me guess.
Right.
Both Dragonborn brothers. One is a cleric.
You're so close.
You're right. You're right on. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. That's that's what the spirits were telling me. But what
spirits? Fuck off.
Hey. Okay. What were you saying, Zeke? What is the thing?
No, you're pretty much right there. It's Dragonborn brothers from the same clan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be the sorcerer, and DP is gonna be the fighter.
Oh,
Okay.
are we talking like normal fighter or perhaps or just a fighter, or are we just the fighter class?
I'm gonna go like just straight fighter class.
Straight fighter. Ooh, Dragonborn fighter. I always love those. I can just. Sorry, what you were saying?
I was just gonna say straight up Dragonborn fighter. He'll be no. I wasn't gonna go barbarian because I want some discipline, a little bit of discipline to it. But
well, in all fairness, there is discipline in a barbarian. If you look a little bit further into the barbarian, they can be guided by spirits.
true.
And there is discipline in that, but I understand that you mean like discipline in training and mechanical, like just more knowing skillful as opposed to forceful.
I think fighter is gonna serve him better than barbarian because I'm not looking for like wild type of training. Almost like I think a barbarian is they've been sort of. I mean, they're out there. Fighter could be in any sort of city or something like that.
They're definitely more versatile. Yes.
Like, you're kind of thinking twin brothers that are very competitive, maybe argumentative. And he's chosen the path of innate magic power that he has, and I've chosen the path of the fighting power that I have. So
all right, yeah,
a dual,
something like maybe the magic chose me, and he's jealous or something. I don't know.
Yes,
there are stories there, and ironically enough, this is further in. Like fighters do get magic at some point, and sorcerers do have the ability, Yeah, and in fact, the funny thing is that sorcerers also have the ability to get better weapon fighting if you take the path of a favorite soul, for example. I'm not sure if you are familiar with the favorite soul, Zeke?
No.
No, okay. I'll let you do it. Like, what may be interesting to note, though, there is a particular sorcerer's origin, in one of the things I linked, and it's called Stormborn. I'm not sure which dragon color you are, but if you happen to be a blue one, that might be very interesting for you because you get some very unique things as a sorcerer, which are very interesting.
What I'd like to do, if it's cool,
all right,
is let Zeke build his Dragonborn first, and if he no matter what kind of dragon he chooses, I'd like him to be the privileged or the sort of like he got the magic. He got the magic, and maybe
he's got the magic in him.
Maybe I'm jealous. So like he'll choose the type of dragon and everything, and I'll have to go with it, no matter what it is. Like that's the type I do. And like so, but I'm choosing the path of fighting, almost to like sort of rebel against that. But I want him to be able to choose that, and then I'll be like, okay, then that's what it is. Like that's what the family is. That's what the clan is.
All right, interesting. That sounds fine to me. But then we have to wait until Zeke gets a little bit further with his progression for his character before we can address yours. And once again, Zeke, if you are looking for origins, besides actually going the dragon origin, if you don't want to go that, there are other origins out there that are very interesting to look at if you're interested.
Well, like, I mean, the sorcerer's origins, I was looking through those.
Yeah,
like,
there's only 2.
My first time ever playing a sorcerer.
Yeah, like there's only 2 in the player's handbook. And as a Dragonborn, there's one that pretty much hits the nail on the head, essentially, the dragon version of it. However, there is also a favorite soul, which is very interesting, which could be very thematic, as well as, like I said, the Stormborn, if it fits your character. But I don't think it does based on your response.
What are you talking about? The soul? What are you talking about that?
The favorite soul is a is one of the things I linked you. Let me see if I can find it for you. And there's also Stormborn. I'm trying to find out which one it actually is.
Waterborne Adventures, that one?
I think so, yeah. I think it is in the Waterborn, yes.
And it's in Modern Magic, is that the one?
Could be the case. I'm looking through it. Right now. Hold on. It's a little bit tricky because it's always very difficult to find things in the D&D books in 5th edition, I find. Like the way that they.
No, that's my thing too. Like organization and the fifth edition.
Yeah, like I'm sure it makes sense to them, just not to me. It's kind of the problem. So I'm looking through them right now. So like it's I think the favorite soul is a variant class. Let me actually just grab it. I think a Google search would be easier for me. Oh, hold on. Essentially what they do, they get, instead of getting a specific things, they get like the proficiency with like medium armor and things, and they get certain off-choice cleric spells, which are very interesting. So I will...
Is this the Unearthed Arcana? Is this in the DM's guide?
No. It's separate released PDFs from Wizard itself.
Okay.
I'm gonna link you them on Discord.
I think I have it.
That's the class design variant. If you scroll down, you will find an example called the Favored Soul. Might be interesting to take a look at. And in the meantime,
in what?
In Discord.
In the mod chat.
Oh, didn't I DM you?
Directly.
I think I might have thrown it directly at you. No, I did not. No. Where the hell did I do it? I'm gonna throw it directly at you because I'm an idiot, apparently.
Got it.
Alright, there you go. Sorry. Alright, so I'm actually gonna take a look at Storm, see if I can find it. Sorcerer's Origin Storm. Just take a look at it, see if you are inspired. Like I said, like the dragon origin in the player's handbook kind of hits the nail on the head for a dragon at least. But perhaps you might think otherwise. Alright, I've got the Waterborne Adventure holds the Sorcerer's Origin. I'm linking it to you in Discord directly as well. Just a matter of scrolling down if you feel the need to do so.
I'm most interested in the draconic ancestry since it's going to affect both of us.
Like I said, like that's what I mean. Like it hits kind of the nail on the head for a dragonborn, but I don't want people to feel like they're locked into that. Hence, I'm very pushy to everything, you know? I definitely want people to make their own character and know that there are options out there besides the player's handbook. There's a lot of wonderful stuff out there.
I see the Sorceress Origin, like, Storm in that part. Is that what you're talking about?
That's the one, yes. That's my favorite, personal favorite. So take a look at it if you happen to be a blue dragon or you just like lightning, like I do, perhaps. Very interesting. Mechanically speaking, I will say that people have dubbed the Storm Origin the Sorceress Fix. No reason. Alright, Tangent, what have you come up with so far?
I'm listening to what the rest of the party is doing at the moment to see if there's some kind of niche I can fill.
Boy.
So, I have some ideas.
Alright, let's hear them.
Most of them are ones that I wouldn't normally do for at least from a class standpoint. I wouldn't do from a stream standpoint simply because I don't play these characters that often, and so I'm not so sure I would just bog down the board. But what I'm looking at right now, originally I was thinking about being a skill-intensive rogue to offer something, but I think I'm leaning in the direction of a cleric or a druid to kind of fill up a healing gap of sorts.
Any of those would be good.
But I mean the class so much isn't as important. I'm trying to think of a character right now because all of the I had about 6 or 7 characters lined up for what I could play, and I'm basically trying to figure out character number 8 and 9 because this is all of the characters I was thinking about bringing to this table. I just can't with the current loadout that I have. So right now I like to focus on character and story more than the stats anyways. So right now I'm just trying to think of something that would be
makes sense.
Interesting enough for me to enjoy it, which can be any character, doesn't matter the stats, but I also don't want it to just be a total shitstorm for the party. Yeah. So trying to find that happy balance.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. Like I said, just build whatever you want. Like if you want some suggestions or advice or some insight to a particular class or role that you perhaps want to fill, then, you know, let me know. I know essentially everything from the top of my head at this point when it comes down to the player's handbook, so... I am your...
for me, I don't know why, but when they switched the spell casting, I've never been very organized. People know that about me. So handling the spells and what goes with them is usually a little bit tricky for me. So
in all fairness,
I want to wade myself into that.
In all fairness, I feel like in 5th edition, as long as you don't take a fucking wizard, the overall spellcasting is relatively simple, especially for the warlock. Personally, but all the other classes are relatively simple in 5th edition. I find they're a lot easier to play, as well as you have cantrips and such. You are familiar with cantrips, right?
Never used them.
They're essentially
it's
okay. Like cantrips are essentially your auto attack.
Oh yeah, I know that part. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to rule those. Like those are your cookie cutter things, right? So you can just use them at will. You don't have to worry about that, and that's like a good thing. But if you do want to get a spellcaster, and you hate keeping things managed, Bard is probably off the table, especially a lore Bard later in, because they get everything. Bards, they dip in everything. They're dirty.
The other option is that even if I could get a stat to like 14, I could probably, if I wanted to go like the rogue route, be relevant with backstab regardless.
Like I said, like you needed one more point, right, to get that 14.
To get that 14, so it would be like somewhere down the road, assuming my 6 Constitution doesn't get me killed.
Yeah, like, but if you want to do that, 6 con. Oh my god, I am so sorry, dude.
Well, no, we'll see because of this. I'm thinking about. I was looking at the 6 as a stat, and I'm like, okay, how can I turn this into an interesting quirk? It basically revolves to either needs to be really frail, unhealthy, or old, make really poor decisions, have a real stink face of an old man Lear for charisma, maybe. So it might actually be better for my character to actually put that 6 into a typically more useful stat for the sake
intellect. Intellect is a well-known dump stat.
I don't really like dump stats. I mean, sometimes, but I mean,
I said I'm just mechanically trying to help you out here, right? Like, if you want to be, but yeah, a 6 intellect does mean your character's gonna be dumb as shit. So, you know, you get some, you lose some.
I'm just trying to think of like, could I like how proficient as a spellcaster could?
Well, you don't necessarily
a character with 12 be. I'm just trying to think, like, you know,
utility caster.
Made a character with 12 for that.
Then you must be looking at like either a supportive caster, because the DCs are going to be low. That is a reality of your situation. What you could do,
but I could be like a washed up like
Back in my day, I was the world evocationist battle mage champion 68 years ago.
Yeah,
you know,
very
and it's like, and he suffered some misfortune, and he swore off spellcasting. He cracked his wands and his staff, and he burned his books. And just now he's coming out of retirement for one last
mission. Like misses an arm, like a fighter who misses an arm. And
no,
shit
he
like
was
that.
like, he was all snappy and like living the high life, and then all of a sudden one of his rivals challenged him. He was bitter because he was all salty because he lost to my character. I'm like, and he wanted to have like an impromptu rematch in the middle of the city square, and like a fool with his low wisdom score, my character accepts it. And in the crossfire, a child is killed or something. And there's all kind of scandal, and his career's over, and he goes into retirement and swears off spellcasting forever.
Like that's always like a lot of stuff happening, and you want to become a spellcaster then.
Trust me, I totally realize that this would be a useless character.
No. Because they're like, if you go supportive caster, you can do a lot of great things, but you have to be looking at perhaps a druid or perhaps a cleric, and then stay out of the fucking way of everything that hurts, because, Also, if you're looking for that 14, you have considered the feat that can give you a +1 to a particular skill, right? That might be able to bring you to 14 and open that possibility up a little bit.
What was that?
What was that, Stewie?
You know what? I'm offended. Okay, I'm offended. No, no, it's the like I said, certain feats. If you go with the human variant, right?
Yep.
There are certain feats that give you a +1 to a particular stat. With that, you could get to 14, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I'm looking at.
Okay, and otherwise, yeah, you may have to swallow the bitter pill of management and go bard or cleric or druid if you want to go spellcaster. That is.
But I play bards all the time.
All right,
that's not a problem at all. I'm just used to being a better bard.
Well, yeah, yeah, okay, fair enough. I will give you that.
Maybe I'll be a wild but mild barbarian.
like a mellow barbarian, right? I'm gonna hit you. Could be. You could be a wise barbarian as opposed to a strong one.
Set my scores.
Okay, let me hear them.
I don't know if you. I don't know what we're doing. Like, what's next in line for the schedule?
And we're still just straight up in character creation. Like, we're still very much figuring out what the characters are and putting them together with the stats and such.
I have my like scores assigned as well.
As much as I wanted to,
so do I.
As much as I wanted to put an 8 in something, a sorcerer with a strength, Dragonborn, racially gets a +2 no matter what.
Okay.
To strength. So I was like, well, I wouldn't mind if he was weak or whatever, but the lowest I could go is 10 because that was my 8 score. So.
Oh, I feel so sorry for you.
No, I'm just saying I wanted one that was lower than that. You know, I wanted like my strength to be like 8 so he could look a little weaker than a normal Dragonborn. But the scores as they shook out, 10 strength, 13 dexterity, 16 constitution, 10 intelligence, 12 wisdom, 16 charisma.
That's a pretty solid Dragonborn. Like, once everybody has their characters complete in terms of stats and such after the cast or somehow during next week, make sure to send them to me. Either through Roll20, just poke me that you have it done, or otherwise just send a PDF or something.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how to do the character sheets.
I will take a look at that, and I believe, do you already figure out what color you are?
Well, if anybody in chat knows why the character sheet is, there's no character sheet choice in Roll20, you can just put it in the chat and help us out.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it right now. And do you know what color Dragonborn you are?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. Take a look at that. Do you already have a Sorcerer's Origin?
I'm not gonna interfere with that. Like, I want him.
That's exactly right, because we're brothers, so we got to be of at least half of the same.
Okay.
Half of the same.
I can't be black and he's gold. Because
right.
Mom.
Hey, interracial is a possibility. Right?
No, I know, but there has to be like, you can't be completely opposites.
Okay.
Like, Bewby and I could be brothers, but me and Idris Elba could not be brothers.
You don't know that. Hey, you know where your mom has been.
Okay.
We could be like bros, brothers.
I've
like
got
that.
a lot of mine worked out. Going monk, obviously. I talked to you about that a little bit.
A wind monk? Oh fuck, that's gonna be fucking beautiful.
A wind monk.
I don't know. I haven't decided on like if I'm gonna go the elemental or if I'm just gonna go with the easy like fisty fist guy.
Okay, that depends. Like, what do you want to achieve with your monk? Like, do you want to be very thematically and very utility based, or do you just want to hit shit in the face and make them crumble and kneel before you?
Hit shit because this guy's a little angry.
If you just want to hit shit, then the best way to go would be the quivering palm or the shaking, quivering palm, because the elemental thing is, even though very thematic and freaking Naruto incarnate, or the Avatar incarnate, is more utility based.
Yeah.
And you get a plus to deck, so hitting shit for you should be a very easy thing to do. You're gonna hit shit and things are gonna.
19 decks, I think.
Holy
shit! So the DM assigns sheets to players.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now, but I'm talking. So we have
like my stats are looking like strength 15, dex 19 with the race.
God damn.
Constitution 17 with the racial bonus. 13 int, 16 wisdom, and 8 charisma. So he's not very good with people.
Yeah, like, well, you are a unique race so that could have some. That makes sense.
Like, so, like, I'm, you know, taking him like hermit background. I'm thinking. So he's just not like due to a thing that happened to him that really fucked him up, and he just has no ability to really talk with people. But he's very confident in himself to go with the racial thing where the Genasi are really confident in themselves.
All right, that makes sense. Like, Genasi are like a very rare race. They are essentially the elemental version in terms of rarity as the tieflings are, for example, right? So yeah, like they would, I think that by nature they would already be like hermits, or at least away from society, because it's not like, you know, they're humans. And
I like it because like the air dudes have like this air just around them, and like so you can kind of get an idea of what their emotional state is like. So his charisma being low, he's not going to be really good at hiding any of that. So if he's an emotional guy, you know, when he gets angry, you know, that's just the wind's gonna pick up.
It's like a little storm around him, essentially. It'll be like storming, literally a storm around him. That's pretty cool.
I think that's a lot of fun.
That is actually a pretty cool thing. All right, that's awesome. And you got a big quivering palm then. Are you gonna hit shit in the face and just make them?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like the other options are the element. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the other options would be the element or the shadow.
What to do for like skills, or proficiencies or whatever.
All right. So if you skills, what would make sense for somebody who's a hermit, right? As a hermit, yes. If you go with the hermit background, you do get skills. You get skills for your class as well. So I think those are the skills that you get. I'm not sure if monks get to choose skills. I would have to read up on that. But yeah, you get predetermined proficiency skills based on your background that you go with.
What? So
DP Skype.
Because my guy, so one of the things with hermit is it says proficiency in religion, but I don't see my guy as a religious person.
Oh, really? A hermit get religion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was.
Of course they do.
How so? Hermits are like away from society, right? Like, I don't necessarily understand why they would get religion.
So I didn't. Well, one is medicine, which makes sense.
Makes sense. You got to take care of yourself. And let me take a.
So what class compositions do we have now in the party?
Monk,
sorcerer,
air genasi.
Yeah, we have a
sorcerer and fighter.
Monk, sorcerer. What was the other ones?
Dragonborn sorcerer,
Monks
Dragonborn fighter.
Like 3, and you get 2 from the background.
Yeah. So anyway, three are known right now. Not the specifics, but the 3 are known. We have a Dragonborn sorcerer, we have a Dragonborn fighter, and we have a air genasi monk, quivering palm. Once it becomes more available, because we're starting at level 1, and I think quivering palm is level 3. So make sure not to die. Then again.
Basically.
You won't, because your stats. So yeah, we're pretty. We have a lot of utility here. We have a lot of damage here, and we're pretty beefy. That's what kind of the starting party seems to be existing out of. If that's what you're looking for.
We're trying to figure out. DP and I are trying to figure out like how we can what type of dragon, like we come from. What color. Metallic or whatever.
Ooh.
We're figuring it out. It's just so many choices.
I know. Dragonborn are very unique in that way. They have a lot of options.
I've never played a Dragonborn. I'm jacked.
I am super excited to see you as a Dragonborn. I am excited to see how you envision the Dragonborn. Considering I always see you play dwarven roles, barbarians, fighters and such, of course, or casters even. But then still they look very, you know, they look particular beefy way, I suppose. So I wonder if your Dragonborn will also look very beefy and strong and is sassy or not. I wonder. Will it show its ass or not?
I'm picturing I'm already picturing no matter what color or metallic we pick. I'm picturing my dragon as less like muscular and more lithe, more like more tending towards snake than bird.
Ah. All right. And the opposite is probably going to be DP then. So that's going to be an interesting clash of personalities then, if that happens. If that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I get to choose 2 skills.
You get to choose 2 skills?
And then 2 with the Yeah.
Yeah, your background gives you medicine and religion if you do decide to do hermit. If you really don't want religion, if you have a good enough reason to not have a religion or something else, I will allow that, because the backgrounds are more like guidelines.
Like, I could just cross it off and not get an extra, that's fine with me.
Like, nah, I will give you something else if it makes sense thematically for your character, because the backgrounds are guidelines, right? They are for people that don't build their own character, so I'm not gonna be too fussy about that, about a skill proficiency. Like, as long as you have a justifiable reason for it. I'm willing to allow a lot of things as long as it makes sense. For your character, thematically.
So where in this damn handbook is like just the breakdown of all the skills?
It should be in the player's handbook.
Like, yeah, I know, I just can't find it. That's what I'm saying.
Should be pretty late in the player's handbook. It's very difficult to find. I'm actually trying to read up what the monk gets for skills. Let's see.
So I get to choose between acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth.
There you go. There, that makes sense. Ooh, that's pretty fun.
So, and I'm, you know, leaning towards acrobatics and athletics. Just makes sense for his race.
Yeah, that's perfect. Athletics and acrobatics are really wonderful. So you're going to be able to climb over a lot of things and such.
And what do those skills actually give me? So like that's what I'm trying to.
Like how do you mean, like stat wise, or what their effects are?
Both.
Well, the stats are based on your modifiers and your proficiency with them. Your proficiency.
Now, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Okay, can you, like, if I picked gold dragon as far as my background goes, would that mean I can't be evil?
No, you can be evil if you want.
Okay, because gold dragons are good. They're lawful good. They're like the good dragons.
The dragon itself is, but you're an ancestor of said dragon, so you may be more aligned or more inclined to be a particular way, but it doesn't mean you have to be that way. Like I said, alignment in 5th edition is very fluid in itself already, and I think it's also personally very fluid. You know, you could argue the nurture versus nature type of thing. So I let the players decide.
I'm just wondering, like,
it's up to you, mate.
How strict you were. If I was like a black dragon, but I could be like, you know, good guy or whatever.
Yeah, you could be the outsider. I like I said, the only thing that I hope most players will be avoiding is like super chaotic evil. I'm killing every single peasant in my way type of thing.
Right, of course, because it's not conducive to a party either.
Exactly. Like villains are chaotic evil. Parties tend to not last long with chaotic evil individuals in them, to my knowledge. So yeah, like alignment is fluid. Just pick a color, what you want to have, what feels thematically right to you, and go with it. Coming back to Bewby, I'm looking up for the stats for you right now, and we'll go through them one by one. I will give you a very basic run through of what they will be giving you. But one of the things you can do, indeed, if you kind of know what the skills are for, you can argue and you can, you know, debate for advantage and disadvantage and such. Things like that are very fun for me. Because they challenge me as a DM, like, would that actually give you advantage? Would it give you disadvantage? You can help other people if you have proficiency skills as well, which may give them advantage and such. There's a lot of things you can do with that, which is very fun. But allow me to look that up right now.
So instead of religion, could I just get, like, survival?
Yeah, that you don't even have to debate about that. You're a hermit, you're away from society. I would argue. That's why I was surprised that it was religion and not survival, because you're away from society. I'm assuming you're like somewhere in a hut on top of a mountain or something. Why would you not have?
Well, I'm thinking more like nomadic, but yeah.
Yeah, like is there not a nomad background or something?
Not that I was seeing.
There's a lot of backgrounds that perhaps fit.
I'm just using it like the background is like a base, and I'm just.
Oh, okay. Now I'll allow it. That's fine. You can have survival instead of religion. I think that is absolutely fine.
Okay.
I have not a problem with that. I'm actually.
How many things do you get to be proficient with at first level? Like
based on your background and class.
So you can do background and class.
Yeah, they're both. You get them both.
Okay,
but,
so you can have like 4.
Yeah, that's I think the average.
Like 4 plus 2s is what I'm asking.
I have 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
because you get 1 for class, you get 2 for class that you put plus 2s in, and then you get 2 for your profession that you put plus 2s in. Correct. I'm asking, is that correct?
Yeah. Like it's cool. That's why the background is very important to like have some kind of basis on it, so you can just for the the things you get and the skills you get.
And no +4s right away.
How do you mean no +4s?
No, like if your class is proficient in survival and your profession is proficient, you can't have a +4.
Nay, the proficiency doesn't stack. The only thing that I believe you get that stacks with that is if you are a rogue, and you, I think, get expertise or something, and then you get to double your proficiency bonus.
There you go, yeah.
Something like that. But that's a rogue thing. But for everybody else, it is literally just if you are proficient, you get your proficiency bonus, which is based on your character level. At level 1, it's +2. And then also your ability modifier. So if you are talking about athletics, you have to take 2 plus strength. If you are talking about survival, I think it's wisdom, so it's 2 plus wisdom then. And if you're not proficient, it's literally just your ability score. May it be positive, may it be negative.
Okay, so what are we when you say 2 plus your wisdom score? What do you mean by that exactly? What are you talking about?
The stats that you filled in, right? The 16s, the 18s, like those are your ability scores. They give you a +1 or a +2 or a +3 based on the actual height of the actual stat.
Okay.
You haven't filled that in yet, I presume?
Oh no, I have 19 decks. Like for example, I have
19 decks.
Acrobatics is
yeah. Okay, so you have the player's handbook with you?
Yeah.
All right. If you go to I think somewhere in the beginning, I think. Let me actually check that out if I can find it for you. Like the D&D book is so frustrating in trying to.
I have it in PDF form, so it's like a lot easier to just
search
bounce around. But I can't find specifically.
Yeah, right. On page 13, do. On page 13 of the actual player's handbook, there's a section called Ability Scores and Modifiers. How apt, because we're talking about the ability scores and modifiers. There's a little table there that shows you the score, and then you can see what modifier that gives you.
Oh, that. Okay, right.
And those modifiers influence your rolls.
Okay, so like my ability modifier for dexterity is +4.
Exactly, because it's not a 20. If it was 20, it was +5. Also, you cannot go higher naturally than a 20. So you are literally almost at the fucking top of individual possibility innately as a creature with dexterity. You are essentially achieving godhood almost. That's how nimble you are.
And so my acrobatics is +4.
So unless you have proficiency in it. Unless you're a proficient.
Well, like that. So my proficiencies are acrobatics, athletics, medicine, survival, right?
Sorry, and you want to, if you roll a skill check that you are proficient in, you do you get an equation. It's a D20 plus your proficiency plus your ability modifier that applies to the skill.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
So it would be for you.
That
it would
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And if you go to your class page, there's a table there that says that has a section called. You can see the bonus you get under your proficiency. It's literally called proficiency bonus, and it has a number to it. If you are proficient in something, that's the bonus you get to it innately because you're proficient. And then you also add your ability modifiers or subtract if they are negative.
Okay.
So if you are have a proficiency in athletics, you get at level 1 a plus. Oh wait, acrobatics. You get a +6 in that immediately. A +6.
Okay.
Which is stupid.
So can you give me like an example of how that would work?
Let me actually read. Well, for example, if I want you to land if you are trying to land in a particular way.
Okay.
Like you're jumping from something high because you are escaping and you want to land in a particular way to avoid damage or reduce your damage, I may ask you to make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
And then at that point you roll. You apply the bonuses to your D20, and then I will tell you if you succeed or not.
Okay.
That's all it is. And if you want to know more about what skills apply to what checks and such, you can find it in the player's handbook as well, on the skills section or attributes section, I believe. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it right now. If the chat has an idea of the player's handbook, where that is, give me a page. I would appreciate that. Be my wiki. I'm looking for it right now. Because a lot of people like to argue and like to lawyer, for example, that they want to apply skill to a certain thing. And sometimes I'll allow it, and sometimes I say no. And sometimes I will give you advantage, and sometimes I will give you disadvantage, depending on the situation.
+6 to acrobatics. That's stupid. Like, genius stupid.
Yeah, exactly. That's stupid. Like, oh, that's a freaking mosquito. I need your dexterity right now.
Mine?
Stupid like a fox.
Yeah, that's stupidly powerful, I meant.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Are these the only backgrounds we get to choose from? The ones that are in the player's handbook?
Those are the guidelines, but if you want to change something because it doesn't fit your character right, run it past me, and if you have a good enough reason, I may just say yes to it. As long as you note it down on your character sheet well enough, so I don't have to remember all the specifics. Page 176.
Page 176.
Chat, you are sexy, and if you were a beautiful woman with a beautiful personality, I may ask you out on a date. Yeah, if you go to 106...
you aren't.
But you aren't. No, you are a variety of people within a particular internet chat room, so unfortunately, no dice. Talking about dice, if you look at 176, you get to see the abilities, as well as the corresponding modifiers and such. So dexterity, intelligence, constitution, strength, and all that stuff. And you kind of get a feel for what they are used for. So for example, acrobatics on the dexterity says, your dexterity acrobatics checks covers your attempt to stay on your feet in a risky situation, such as when you're trying to run across a sheet of ice, balance on a tightrope, or stay upright on a rocking ship's deck, things like that. Those are what, and also,
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, like just read through that, and there's also like in combat, of course, there are certain checks that apply. You know, for example, acrobatics can be used to avoid a grapple. So if somebody's trying to grapple you, you can be so nimble that they don't grapple you because you're nimble. So those are very interesting things.
I really wish there was a way I could bump it to 20.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Tangent, you have been quiet for a while. Speak to me, my friend. Speak.
Yeah.
Or have you ever got a very low intellect and you lost your ability to speak?
Intellect's my highest stat currently at 12.
Ooh, what are you gonna do?
Sexy.
You know what? I'm gonna disappoint a heck of a lot of people in chat.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna disappoint the shit out of you guys.
I'm holding on.
I see people saying Tangent play Druid, be a Druid. I don't want to be a fucking Druid.
He's not a tree hugger.
Tangent, listen to chat. They know what they're talking about.
Backseat. Backseating.
I am going to be a thief rogue.
A thief rogue.
I love it. I love it.
To be a thief rogue.
So basically just a rogue.
That's looking at you, Frost Jotun. I know this is breaking your heart. I'm sorry. Live with me in this moment. Live with me. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
All right. So you're going to be a rogue. Race?
Human.
Human variant?
Human variant. And as follows, I'm thinking... I don't know where the 6 is going exactly to. They're going to go into strength or wisdom. I don't know if I want to be super frail or if I want to just make bad decisions. I think I'm favoring bad decisions. But right now, I've got 6 strength, 12 con, 12 dex, 12 intelligence, 10 wisdom, 10 charisma.
All right.
So we're looking.
Yeah, strength doesn't necessarily mean you're frail because it's more like your con, right? Strength just mean your actual physical power.
I mean, like twig arms.
Yeah, like you won't be able to like flip a table.
I'm all about leg day. I could probably push Zeke's cup over if I push really hard.
If you put your body into it, yeah.
If I put my body into it, I might be able to like bring, you know, Zeke his spear or whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. No, and I'm with Risen from the Ashes. I love the lucky feat.
Yeah, like lucky.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if I only get one feat, and depending on how I do it, defensive duelist requires 13 dexterity, which I don't have unless I put the point in, which I would. But lucky is, I'm thinking lucky could be pro for me.
I think you have to be lucky.
Do you remember your rolls just a few minutes ago? Because I don't know if you got luck with you, baby.
well,
I was saying remember your rolls because I don't know, if you're actually
okay,
very lucky.
Just for curiosity's sake, I'm using my lucky roll on my stats. Let's see what it would have been. See how it could be. What is the command for rolling all 6? I want to show you what RNG can do.
All 6?
I just spammed it.
No, there's no all 6 roll. Like it says /roll space 4d6 d1.
And then you just go.
And then just do it 6 times.
Enter up.
18.
Oh, I fucked it up.
Oh god.
Oh, you fucked it up. You fucked it up.
You fucked one of them up, but
no, it says
1 second.
It says CD6. It's 4d6. No wonder your rolls are exceptional.
That was a fat finger.
It's
you fucked it up a little bit. I was like, those are amazing. Oh.
It's 46d1.
Yeah, 4d. Yeah, /roll space 4d6 d1.
Yep, there you go.
12.
Bing, 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 bing.
14, 13, 10.
Better, but not too great.
It's
I mean, it's better than what you had.
Yeah, that's a way that's.
Yeah.
Above average.
The lucky feat is probably gonna be what I'm gonna.
Lucky is an amazing feat. Like it's.
I use lucky on almost all my characters.
Yeah, like it's an exceptionally good feat because you get to reroll failures. It's a lot.
Okay, what is this feat you're talking about? Like, where is that at? Yeah.
So, go
ahead. Feats are essentially particular abilities that you can gain on your character. They used to be more relevant in 3.5, but in 5th edition they kind of zoned out, and they are a variant rule, which I will allow. Essentially, once your character gets a high enough level, you can increase your ability scores, as you can see in your monk table. However, the variant rules, instead of taking the +2 to stats, you can instead opt for a feat, and these feat are special mechanics or special abilities that you can give to your character, such as Lucky, or Duelist, or Tavern Brawler, and all that jazz. So they're just a different way to improve your character. The human variant starts with a feat, which is a very powerful thing.
God damn it, DP, where'd you go?
Wife aggro?
Did you draw the wife aggro?
I told you shouldn't have made him put his bang list up there. We knew it.
Like,
no, he texted her. He texted her to get permission. It's fine. He texted her to get permission.
He pulled his kids as a trash.
He believed her. That was the problem.
Yes. That's that's a trap. It's a trap.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. Crossbow expert is very good. Yeah.
Basically, I think for my character, thinking about like backstories and whatnot, there is a bard/rogue that I have played. I only got to play him for like 1 year, but he's one of my favorite characters. And he was a trickster, not like the class type, but he was the type of person who he was like the best liar, and he basically could get himself into trouble by overextending his abilities. And so one thing I'm thinking is that Mike, talking before about the battle mage who was in retirement, but this particular character at one point in the campaign gets the party severely hurt, and at least one person killed, or several actually, in a cocky failed trap disarm. And so he kind of swears off adventuring for a bit, and I don't know, or he stops doing the adventures and becomes more of just like the lowly cat burglar type. And I don't know, for some reason coming back in, but I'm thinking that time out of the game, or maybe he just never was that good. Maybe just that. Maybe in this iteration it's just he was just never actually that good, and it got him into trouble.
He was just
he lied on his resume. They gave him a really good job. And,
like, I like the fact that your character is just not good at all. He's just extremely lucky. I like that. That's very lovely.
So having him being able to, I don't know, kind of like mingle amongst these Norse fucking heroes that are gonna fall around him.
Oh god, we have another player. We have another player entering the zone.
Hey, Kellen. Oh, he can't hear me. That's right. He's got headphones. You there, DP?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, DP.
Hi.
He's not even looking at us,
looking,
Zeke. What a fucking asshole.
All right. No, he said you got pulled by your kids, and then you had to beat the mom boss.
Yeah, she's not here. Like, I've got a babysitter here, and it's a first-time babysitter.
Mm.
He's terrified of her, even though she's very cute. She's a cute baby. Especially picked her out because she was cute. We were like, he will respond to a cute babysitter, but
He doesn't have taste yet.
I guess not. So like, so anyway.
All right.
What do we need from me?
I just want you to Skype back and forth with me here.
Yeah, Zeke has
Figuring out our backgrounds.
Yeah, Zeke really wants to Skype with you. Anyway, for those who are wondering what the lucky feat is, it's on page 167 of the player's handbook. Lucky, you have inexplicable luck that seems to kick in at just the right moment. You have 3 luck points. Whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can spend 1 luck point to roll an additional d20. You can choose to spend 1 of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined. And that's a very important thing. So if you know or think you're gonna fail, you have to say it before I determine the outcome as a DM. You choose which of the d20s is used for the attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can spend 1 luck point when an attack roll is made against you. Roll a d20 and then choose whether the attack uses the attack roll or yours. If more than 1 creature spends a luck point to influence the outcome of a roll, the points cancel each other out. No additional dice are rolled. You regain the expended luck points when you finish a long rest. That is wonderful, because you can essentially use it on literally everything, including attacks made against you that require an attack roll. That is insane. You can avoid danger, you can put somebody in danger, you can succeed everything. It is freaking phenomenal as a feat. And it keeps coming back, it's wonderful. A lot of people underestimate the lucky feat. Also, Zeke, would you mind doing me a horrible favor?
What's up?
Go to Roll20, see if you can access the character sheet.
Yep. Not yet.
Do you see your character? I named it Zeke.
Hold on. What do you mean? On like a map?
No, it's in the character. It's in the 3rd button. Under on the top right, on journal.
Yeah, no, I know. There's no characters. There's blank. It's completely blank, brother.
It's completely blank? Did you open up the characters? Like, is there a plus sign or a minus sign in front of it?
There's nothing.
There's nothing?
I've got chat,
absolutely
journal,
blank.
music.
Oh, wait, hold on. Try now.
You just sent it to me, you butthole.
I got it. Perfect.
Try now.
I got it now. We got it.
Alright, you should be able to influence it as well. You should be the only one who should be able to influence it.
Yep. Got it.
Okay, I see.
We are good, buddy.
Yeah, we're good?
I will work from there. Yep, I will work from there.
I did it, guys! I am like a professional DM. Chat, can I get a clapper? I would appreciate a clapper. Thank you very much. Also, talking about chat, how have you been? How are you guys feeling? You feeling good?
They've been backseating a little bit.
A little bit, just a wee bit.
A little bit.
That's their choice.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
I am not a failure. Woo! Yeah, one of the things that I wanted to discuss, chat, is how you guys can influence the game. Right? How you guys can influence the game. And I'm not talking about massive influences. I'm not gonna be doing, you know, donate now to give somebody a -5 to his attribute point, because that's a little bit too strong for a regular campaign. What I will do is, as I previously mentioned, I will have perhaps do some kind of drawing, like a giveaway draw, where I then speak to that person who wins that and see what they want to do in terms of perhaps a villain. Like a one-session villain, or perhaps a particular monster that you want the players to encounter. And we'll make a little bit of a thingy, like a little, we'll make an NPC happen essentially, or a monster, and perhaps that will have an effect on the players. You cannot control the monster. I will be controlling the monster. You won't be able to control what it does to the players either, because, you know, like, that depends on roles and creativity and whatnot. But I will have some kind of influence and some kind of community interaction with that, and I think that's going to be very interesting to do. Exactly. I've seen this before in online plays where people influence the campaign, and I've seen it done right, and I've seen it done it not right. And I think I've found a solid middle ground where, you know, like, since every session is essentially an adventure, since it's technically a one-shot, I think it could work really well with a particular monster or NPC that just happens to pop in or whatnot, and perhaps if it's a great success, perhaps we will be a returning member of that story or land or whatnot. I'm very excited to do that as well, but that will be later, because, like I said, I want to get the show on the road first, make everything feel comfortable, everything feel nice before I really start pulling from other places beyond my own. It's already difficult enough to get everything rolling to begin with. How about a druid fighting Tangent? Like a random druid that's fucking... Just for no reason, a druid just starts whacking on you.
So, if my character does die, am I just, like, out? Do I get voted off the island, or what happens? Do we roll new characters, or what?
If you are a returning member, like...
else?
No, but essentially, like, I kind of explained this at the beginning. I might have done a better job if I actually wasn't nervous as hell. But essentially, it's gonna have a flexible roster and a flexible playtime, right? That's the West Marges system that is based on Lame Mage, the creator of it. Essentially, if you want to play and we have a spot for you, you can play. And if your character dies, your character's dead, and you have to make a new one. We won't do a session like this where we sit down and create a character from scratch. I will sit down with the individual off-cast before the session happens, and we just build one, and then we introduce it. We might do the roles on stream, obviously, because that's fun. But beyond that, you just build a new character. In fact, if you hate your character so much, you can technically retire it. No, this is a genuine thing, because maybe you just don't feel your character. This has happened to me, this has happened to other people. You can basically retire your character. It just means that your character decides to go back to the kingdom from whence it came or where it wants to go. And it's essentially retired, and you cannot bring that character back. At that point, your character is essentially dead to you. You cannot bring it back. I can bring it back as an NPC for shits and giggles. I will allow myself that right, but as a player, your character is essentially dead.
Well, since we're right here, right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you are, like, totally fine, Tangent, with your guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just asking, like, because I think that the likelihood of my character dying is very high. That's why I'm just asking, am I done and whatnot when that happens, if that happens? That's all.
No, it's not like you get voted off the island.
I'm not looking to swanton my character into Valhalla just yet.
Whoops!
I'm not looking for an easy way to reroll dank stats, which will be average anyways, let's face it.
Yeah, just casually dropping off a cliff, right, for no reason.
Oh god, I just got so drunk, I just fell into the campfire and...
Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Now that... Like I said, if you don't feel your character, you know, once you play it and you just feel... You don't feel it, it's fine.
No, I totally feel it. Again, I just wanted to find out, like, if I die... Am I still part of this?
No, no. Like I said, like the idea is that I will have a roster to pull from, right? In the end, I will have a roster to pull from, and then I just get to say, okay, we're gonna play on this day. Who wants to come? First come, first serve. Unless there's a specific reason that I want specific people for some reason. Maybe it's like a continuation of previous adventure or whatnot. But beyond that, it's essentially just if you're ready, if you're able, and you have a spot, you can come. And there you go. That's it.
Should we tell him our draconic background there, DP?
Ooh, yes! Yes, do it. Do it now!
Well, we'll just tell you the color of the dragon. Our draconic background is red.
Ooh, fire. Like it.
Mm-hmm.
Red.
We're all about the fire. I can go through... Are you cool with what I picked there, DP?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. For my background, I picked Charlatan.
Okay.
I'll just read the basic description, but obviously since it's a moldable game, you don't have to like adhere strictly to it. But Charlatan says you always had a way with people. You know what makes them tick? You can tease out their heart's desires after a few minutes of conversation, and with a few leading questions, you can read them like they were children's books. It's a useful talent and one that you're perfectly willing to use for your advantage. You know what people want, and you deliver, or rather you promise to deliver. Common sense should steer people away from things that sound too good to be true, but common sense seems to be in short supply when you're around. The bottle of pink-colored liquid will surely cure that unseemly rash. This ointment, nothing more than a bit of fat with a sprinkle of silver dust, can restore youth and vigor, and there's a bridge in the city that just happens to be for sale. These marvels sound implausible, but you make them sound like the real deal. So basically what I'm saying is I'm a silver-tongued person. My traits, proficient traits are deception, intimidation, persuasion, and sleight of hand.
Typical, fitting.
Yeah, I took deception and sleight of hand because that's what the charlatan gives you, and then intimidation and persuasion for sorcerer.
Yep, charisma based, very silver tonguey. Yes, I love it.
Yep, and my charisma is 16, so I have a +3. So my proficiencies with charisma are +5s and stuff like that. So I won't be like I wanted to be someone who because my last 2 characters that I played for like West Marches all have had low charisma. I wanted someone with a high charisma that can talk and that can persuade people to think the way that I do.
Well, you've got that now. Those sexy rolls.
Yep. And so for the sorcerer, I picked the draconic bloodline with the red. So let's see. Get the draconic resilience, which gives me a +4 to my hit points. Or +3 with my con, and then +1 for the draconic resilience. And I also get the dexterity modifier, which is cool.
Yep.
For draconic stuff too. So I get a 14 armor with no
armor.
No armor.
Yeah, it's dexterity based. It's essentially like a mage armor, I think, a basic mage armor.
It's 13 plus my dexterity modifier, which is 1.
Pretty lovely. All right, you were red, right? You said.
Yep.
Yeah, which also, let's see, 50. You get a cone. You also get your damage resistance as well, so that's pretty good. You have a solid freaking character there. The best thing about like a red, I feel like red dragons are kind of, let's see, they're actually kind of like, they tend to be more emotional, I believe, in terms of like aggression.
Oh yeah, they're temperamental.
That's why we want that. Yeah.
So I'd say
DP's character, our brothers can play off each other, and our arguments have some pop to it.
Right. I'll tell you about that in a second. I've got mine planned as well.
All right.
I'm going to deliver the kid real quick and sit right.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. All right, so I'm excited to see how that goes up then. I really enjoy the Dragonborn race because you can actually, you can basically point out that if you get angry, you can have like smoke coming out of your nose or fire coming out of your nose and such. Like those little things work really well with the Dragonborn and also with the Genasi because he has wind around him and such. So we have characters that have very represented emotions, a physical representation of their emotions if they get a little bit carried away, which is very fun. I love that. So it's actually kind of interesting.
I'm guessing what's going to happen is I'm the talker, he's the hitter.
I would assume so.
And I would love it. Like, are we, as far as knowing each other?
That's up to you guys. But clearly,
that's what I was wondering. Like, should we? Because I want to have this. I guess the conversation I want to have with everybody is, a lot of times parties fall apart because the people are not willing to forego or compromise their personalities a little bit. Like my character hates Dragonborns, and
well, mine just hates people associated with Zeke. So
yeah, okay.
Fuck you.
Well, at that point, I have to. That's kind of my like. At that point, I have to basically say that that the person who is so stubborn that they're not willing to continue the campaign because I really don't like Dragonborn, so I'm not gonna party with this party. At that point, I'm gonna have to go out of the game and basically hit them in the face because they're just not fun players. I've had players like that in my campaign where they were so set on their character hating everybody else in the group that it basically became a split campaign. It was the one person that does one thing completely somewhere else, and the entire group did it else. And it felt like I was DMing 2 different campaigns. And you know, you talk to the people and you see if you can compromise, see if you can fix. But if that doesn't work, at that point, I just have to basically say, well, it's either my way or the highway, right? It's one of the unfortunate things a DM sometimes has to do. But I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem if characters hate each other, if it doesn't become an obstacle that literally prevents play from going forward. I don't think that's going to happen. Like, if that happens, I will see how it pans out and take action if needed, but I don't think it's going to be a problem if everybody doesn't know each other. Because I think everybody is willing to kind of forgo that disbelief on that logic side. I think everybody's kind of...
No. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just as far as backgrounds go, since I picked Charlatan, I don't mind choosing from the personality trait ideal bond flaw thing.
Mm-hmm.
But can we choose, or do you want us to roll on that?
Honestly,
so if
I don't even...
we should also have the things that go with that thing. So
honestly, I didn't even expect you wanted to pick any from that. Like I said, these backgrounds, I only let people pick.
I've just been making my like my ideals, bonds, and flaws up based on
exactly, and that's exactly what I want people to like. If you want to roll, you can roll. If you want to pick, you can pick. But if you want to build your own character from scratch, what I assume most people want to do, I would like you to do that because that you can build your own character from scratch. It's just that the backgrounds, they come with actual skill proficiency and actual gear. Hence,
I'm
I want
taking the hermit background to like as a basis and then turning it into what I need it to be.
That's
Exactly.
why I asked is because does that mean I could pick the 4 proficiencies I'm proficient with?
How do you mean?
Like I can pick the 2 class ones for being a sorcerer.
Yeah.
But does that mean if I can come up with whatever background I like, does that mean I can just pick 2 more?
Okay, at that point, I want to say yes to that. You have to kind of base it off something then because
within reason.
Within reason, yes. Because the thing is, it also comes with gear and such. Because if you look at a background, you also get you get gear as well. And if you can basically say, I get this gear, these are the proficiencies I want because this is my background, and you can be like very you go in depth with that, I will allow it. But in most cases, I think it's easier just to pick like a background that seems to be fitting most to what you want, just for the gear and then the proficiencies, and then just build your own background and your own reasons and such that I can then draw from for my own campaign, so I could.
So basically, charlatan is like if my background is charlatan, but that's like just a big umbrella. Like keep it within reason of that umbrella. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I can do that.
It's a guideline. Like so, the backgrounds in 5th edition, as they are presented, are literally designed for new players to build up a character that they can then play. So they have a good baseline, but you as an experienced player should be able to not need those guidelines and just build your own.
Right, and you're also saying that I could come up with a background and say like my background is a teacher, and then I say, then I ask you like, would you say like Arcana and History? I could pick those as my proficiencies. Yeah.
Like if you have a background, exactly. If you come up with a background that explains why you are a teacher or what a teacher entails for you as specific, like you say Arcana and History, does that mean you're a magic teacher and a history teacher, or are you teaching history of magic? Like if you develop that and come up with within reason fitting gear as well, which I suppose you can then base up on any other thing in the manual.
Well, because the thing that I'm thinking, like more now is instead of like a charlatan background, I was thinking like an ambassador. Like that would be the name of the background, would be ambassador. And I would keep most of my proficiencies like intimidation, persuasion, deception, and then just switch sleight of hand to like performance, like orating and that kind of stuff. Because an ambassador has to be kind of like a go-between and has to be able to talk to anybody.
Yeah, so you remain the talkative person, but you essentially just change the background. Yeah, that should be fine. If you flesh it out a little bit and run it past me, I am totally fine with that. If it is fitting skills and it makes sense and the gear makes sense, within reason, within balance, so base it off the other backgrounds, use that as a guideline, I have no problem with that. Cool. Because at the end of the day, like, as long as I have a background of your character, I can use that, no matter what it is, to incorporate it in the storyline and bring that, you know, and use that to bring your character to life and give you obstacles or challenges that you have to overcome that are more fitting for your character.
Right, and that's like kind of the relationship between me and DP. Like, what are we doing? Because Dragonborns aren't like, you know, commonplace. I wouldn't think.
No, they're not very common. And it says like it's less common than most of the races. Like,
right, and that's like kind of the background would have to deal with why we're out in the world. So I would like to Skype with you, DP, as far as that goes.
Yeah, like you probably may want to know a little bit more about the campaign itself then as well, so you can incorporate that better. Because if your story is one thing and it doesn't compute with the entire campaign, then perhaps that might be a problem as well. So we could go a little bit more into depth about the campaign itself. However, I can't spoil too much because then I would be spoiling things for episode 1.
Of course not.
So there's
that. Like, the world is in peril because blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
that everybody knows.
What do you need from me at this point? I've had to duck out a couple points, a couple times. Like, do you need my? I don't think I've even gone over my stats or where I was going to put everything or my background or anything. So, like, what do you need from me?
Like now, like, do you already have a character and like the class, the race, the background? Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Walk it past me. Walk it past me. Actually, hold on, DP. Hold on. I think it's actually a good time to take a quick break. We have been live for 2.5 hours without a break. Perhaps we should wiggle our legs, get a drink, take a wee, and then we'll go from there. How does that sound, guys?
We're gonna collectively go wee.
Yes.
Collectively.
We're like a bunch of women. All right.
I call tangents. I call
shotgun. All right.
Okay, I'm down for holding DPs.
All right.
I know he needs a certain angle.
DP's pee-pee?
My pee-pee's fine. What?
I don't want to pee anymore.
Go to break.
I'm gonna go to break, guys. We'll be right back with more character goodness. I think. I hope.
Hey, Stalker.
I don't know. All right.